And welcome back to episode 4 of Critters Take on the Tomb of Annihilation. After some freaking difficulties with Discord and talking and everything like that, we made it back to the actual game, and we can actually start the episode. Unfortunately, we do not have our rogue Cecilia with us tonight, and we also had Tempest. Our barbarian, unfortunately, was not able to make the time commitments that we have, so he will no longer be joining us for our games, but we are looking for another. So without further ado, let's get into it. Let me change the music so we can recap. Alright, so we left off with our group splitting up, first off, to kind of join around, or jaunt around the city. We had Aelin and Kalimbar go up to the west side of the city to talk to good old Syndra and Wakanga, and Kalimbar split off to go to the Temple of Sune, where he met a character named Eku. And the other part of the group, they went off to a spa of sorts. They went off to the public bathhouses, where they actually got into a fight with a water elemental, a like poison water elemental, or basically just an evil water elemental that was not supposed to be there. After they had defeated it in a quite hilarious and glorious manner, they all gathered back up and they headed towards Kaya's House of Repose, and they did a little bit of shopping on the way there to gather some local clothing and a little bit of goods. But they have now all made it to Kaya's House of Repose in order to see today's performance that was supposed to be given in the theater. And that is where we left off as the curtains open. So, the curtains open, and you see 3 figures standing in the back of the room, each with instruments. You see one figure, a small halfling male, with brown hair that covers his eyes, almost cartoonish-like. You see he's in a black and purplish, kind of frilly outfit, and he is holding a lute in his hands, and his head is kind of ducked down so you can't see his eyes. You see a drummer, a large half-orc that has black hair, but it is up in like a pompadour style haircut, where it's kind of poofy on top, and he is head down and with his hands crossed in front of him as well, behind a set of drums. You see a regular male human with light skin, long straight hair, parted in the middle. And you see him with a shawm, which is like a large flute, essentially, but it's not really a flute. And you see it, again, against his chest. And everybody, you hear shh, 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 as the curtains open, because you hear the people talking. And then the music starts to play. And you hear this. Suddenly, a woman comes from behind the curtains. Beautiful human woman with long, curly, blonde hair, wearing a glittery red dress that reaches down to her toes and then further back, kind of training behind her. Everybody kind of claps softly as she approaches. She's playing the tambourine. As the music starts to swell, she does a twirl. And when she does a twirl, her dress goes from this beautiful red shining material, and from head to toe, it begins to transform into a beautiful bluish black assortment of feathers that reaches down into a 2-piece dress. She continues to play. As she shakes her head, her hair becomes a long brunette style haircut. Again, another spin. With another spin, her dress then changes yet again to a long, skinny black pencil dress. It continues to play. People are cheering every time they see a beautiful transformation. She then shakes her head yet again, and her hair turns into long, flowing, almost all the way down to her waist, red hair. A beauty to look at as everybody is kind of staring in amazement. You can see she now takes her hand and she takes it into the air, and you see small bursts of fireworks and butterflies kind of come shooting out of her hand, and beautiful light shows.
Fully entranced at this point. It's just staring, taking every detail.
You can see the band is now joining along in clapping and singing.
Calamar starts stomping his foot to the beat, he can't help himself.
As the song begins to come to an end, people begin to get rowdy and start to cheer. And the woman places her tambourine on the ground and bows, and when she does, her hair goes blonde and her dress goes red yet again. And everybody claps. You hear a lot of cheering and everything, and the band claps, and they kind of have an enjoying time, and they begin to kind of go out into the audience and talk to people, and they go up to the audience goes up to the stage, kind of like amazed at them, and just kind of having a nice conversation with all these people, and yeah, so that's what you see. You see, Tempest is looking a little like not rowdy, but he's just kind of squirming in his chair for a second, and he kind of stands up and he's like, I'm going to use the restroom. And he goes and he leaves the room for the moment. You do see a lot of people here in this room. What do you guys want to do?
I throw my head to Safi and I go like, would this be all? Is this the whole show?
I don't think it is. At least I hope not.
Do I see Aelin?
Aelin currently is not there.
What about that person he was getting?
Wakanga.
Well, I don't know how they look.
Syndra,
yeah.
You do not see any familiar faces. Other than yourselves, of course.
What are the other people doing around us? Are they getting up or?
You see them. Some of them are eating. A lot of them are conversing. You see a group of people that are actually like clamoring almost over each other to reach a table. There is a table that someone is sitting at. The people are really excited and really kind of like jumping at the opportunity. You see a few people holding a book up. Several people holding books up at this person, and you can see he's like trying to like push people away and everything like that.
Can I walk up to there and just sort of nudge who's sitting next to me? Kalambar? Can I nudge Kalambar and go like, hey, do you want to go see what's going on over there?
Sure.
As you guys do this, the band gathers back up and they begin to play yet again, and they kind of put more of a soft tone to their music, and it is now less of a spectacle as it is background music for people to talk and drink and enjoy themselves. And as you approach the large group of people, you hear the person that is kind of pushing these people away. He's like, "Get back! Get back! Everybody will get a chance to get a signature. Get back! Oh, thank you." And he grabs a book and he's like, "Here, here, here. Thank you."
What does this person look like?
You will see a man that looks like this.
I know that guy. Well, I don't.
And he's taking books and signing them, and he's like, "Oh, thank you, thank you."
How do I say that?
Volofam?
Volostamp?
He notices that you don't have a book as you approach him, and he's like, "Dear, what are you doing here? Do you need a book? Are you looking for my work?"
I'll reach for my journal and open it to the last page, which is completely empty, and I'll say, "I'm sorry, I didn't know you were going to be here, and I have to travel lightly and didn't bring your works, but maybe you'll sign this for me?"
Dear, I'm not gonna sign a mere journal. I'll only sign my books. Anyways, if you're interested, I could always give you a copy. Of course, you're going to want it. It's very informative. An adventurer like myself, and he gets bombarded by like more people. He's like, back off, back off. And an adventurer like myself, I keep my adventure written down, and a lot of people can use it.
Oh, I would definitely be interested, but how many? Do you have a copy for me right here?
I have many! And he opens his bag, and he has like 10 copies of the book in his bag.
He carries 10 copies of his
Perfect.
book with him.
Everywhere.
Oh no, I'm not gonna like this character.
He has like a small chest next to him, and he opens the chest, and it's full of books. And he pulls one out.
Columbus and Gus, it's like you can clearly see he's not knowing what's going on. It's just what,
and he holds it up, and you can see
I just try to look as impressed and as doe-eyed as possible.
And he looks, and you can read the book, and it says Volo's Guide to Monsters on the front of it. And he goes, I know I have that effect on people, so if you would like a copy of my book, I wouldn't mind parting with it for a mere 50 gold pieces.
I blanch slightly and go like, I would love to, but
He's just smiling at you and
I
signing
can't afford
books.
that right now. I can't afford that right now. I'm very sorry to have wasted your time. And
I'm sorry to hear that. Anyways, and he kind of goes back to signing other books and taking
Reggie?
people. And you hear like women swoon whenever he signs their book.
What is Smarhår, Smarblomst's
I
name in
don't
English?
remember. Gold.
Gildrick Lockhart? What is
Yeah,
his
Lord-
face
Lord
from
Lockhart.
Harry Potter?
What's he called in English? Gilderoy.
That's
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
Is that what I'm
Lord
saying?
of the Rings guy,
What
not a
we're
Harry
saying?
Potter guy. I'm not sure.
I'll go over to Aelin and I'll tap him on the shoulder and go, hey, I think there's a guy over there.
Aelin is not here.
Oh, of course.
Yeah,
he
I'm
is.
not
Alien is
there.
still not here.
Oh no, he's missing this.
I'll be looking out for Cecilia. You know, she has the money. she's where is she?
I'll
Yeah,
just-
right
I'll
now
just
she's
go
not currently
and-
here.
Can I see any people who are talking like silently amongst each other who look like they might be sharing some interesting stuff?
You do see a group that is sitting kind of in the corner of the room against a large padded chair, bench like area where it's kind of circular, and you see one person sitting in the back, and you see two large gladiator-like guards standing up next to the table. And you recognize them as the types of guards that you had seen outside, currently looking at looking after the Triceratops that you guys just passed by. And he is in the corner, and you see someone sitting directly across the table, catty corner. And when you look over, you see the man, and he gets up, and he's angry, and he takes a pile of gold that he had in his hand, and he slams it on the table, and he's, fuck! And he's like, whatever. And he kind of takes off and then exits the room. And you can see the guy in the back just laughing.
Did the guards go with him, or are they with the guy sitting down?
Nope, the guards are standing up still, and he is still sitting at the table. And he actually he looks over at the group of you. And he waves a few of you over as he notices that you guys are, not talking amongst yourself and you're interested.
Bax is looking more and more like
I'm going
impatient.
over there.
All right.
I'm going
Katie?
over there.
All right,
It's
so
like-
Katie walks over.
Hi.
And go ahead.
Is it your Triceratops outside?
He goes, yes, it is my Triceratops. Why?
Because I was trying to talk to him, but the guards wouldn't let me, and I was just wondering if could you maybe could I talk to you, Triceratops?
That is quite an odd request. How about
Is it?
this? Well, yes, many people don't talk to dinosaurs like you had just asked. Here, why don't you sit down? Let's have a drink.
Okay.
And you sit down, and across the chair from you, you do see this man. So you are going to see. Come on, where is it at? There it is. So you see this man. And he's kind of like in his chair, and he's kind of taking the coins and picking them up and dropping them, kind of like poker chips. And he says, would you happen to be interested in partaking in a bit of a game of chance?
Well, I would rather get to know your Triceratops.
How
What's
about
it called?
this? If you are to win, I'll let you speak to him. If you are to lose, well, gold will be involved, of course. That is up to you, though.
I don't know. What game is it?
It's just a simple dice game. We call it Evolution's Ruin.
Ever heard of it before?
No, it
Okay.
is a Cholton-based
Oh,
dice
okay.
game. Still taking the coins and ching 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 ching.
I'll be lurking somewhere nearby to keep an eye to make sure you're all right. Not getting too deep in shady.
Can we? I haven't heard of this before. Can we take a practice round just so I get to know the game, and then we can play?
Really, the rules are simple. There's no need for a round of trial.
Why
I can
not?
tell you the rules though, prior to us playing, if you'd like.
Well, I would prefer to know the rules before I do anything. It'd be stupid to start playing without knowing what I'm playing.
You'd be surprised. So, first, we ante up. And he takes 10 gold pieces and places in the middle of the table. Secondly, we will take this dice. It has 4 sides on it. You shall roll this secretly. Count up the number. Then you will make an additional bet. You will check, or you will fold your hand. You will then roll another dice, this time 6-sided. Add that number to the first. Then bet, check, or fold yet again. And lastly, you will take a D4, or a D8, I apologize, and bet, check, or fold. Revealing, once completed, the total number, and the player with the highest number wins. A simple game of chance. You may bluff, you may tell the truth. That is up to you.
Well, I don't lie.
Well, that makes the game quite easy then.
Yeah. Why can't I just
walk
go?
up.
Why can't I just go talk to you? Why? Yeah. Well.
I walk up and put a hand on Katie's shoulder and say, maybe we should go find Aelin.
Yeah, but I really want to. I haven't seen a Triceratops before. I really want to talk to it.
I can
One
take a
simple
bet for her.
Hopefully.
Calamar moves like into the conversation and is like, I can take this bet for her. I gladly give you the opportunity to make a new friend.
Please, have a seat.
My budget is limited though, so I can go for one round at most.
Can I do an insight check on Ivan to see if he's trying to,
Scam.
Yeah, I want to do that too. I just didn't know if I could do that now.
You can insight check him. Sure, if you'd like to roll an insight.
Is it trying to cheat me, or is it actually trying to play an honest game, or chance?
just Reggie or both of us?
Both of you, since you guys
I don't
are
think
interested.
I need your help because I rolled 23.
You can tell that he is honest and wanting to make money off of this game of chance that he enjoys on his time off.
Okay, I'll try.
Okay.
Run round, and if I win, I get
You
to talk
can
to a
talk
Triceratops.
to my Triceratops.
And of course, what you bet, right?
Yes. So, pull out 3 dice. 1d4, 1d6, and 1d8.
Yeah.
I'll be
First.
keeping a close eye on the guy, to see if he's above board as well. No sleight of
shall
hand
take-
or any shenanigans.
The d4. And he takes it and he rolls it as he puts 10 gold onto the table and rolls the d4.
And
10 gold!
I guess I do the same. Yeah. Okay. And then I do what?
Okay, so you keep that to yourself.
Yeah.
And he says, ladies first. And now you can either bet more money, you can check, which just means you want to see the next round without betting more money, or you can get out of the game and lose 10 gold immediately.
I'll just check, I think. Yeah.
Okay. And he will be like, okay, I'll take it easy on you. Check. Now,
Thank you.
take the d6.
Yeah.
Roll it.
Yes.
Okay. And then, so he says, now it's my turn. I will raise you. And he takes another 5 gold pieces and places it in the middle of the table.
Okay. I'll see your check.
Okay, so you check.
And I put 5 gold more.
He takes his last die and he goes, last one, go. And he rolls it.
Oh god, it didn't roll, it just ran out of my hand. I don't know how to re-roll it. It just
Yeah, you
Blop.
can re-roll it. That's fine. If you didn't
It was
purposely
just-
mean to roll it, that's fine.
it was just blop. It didn't actually do anything. Well, that was worse. Never mind. Okay.
So,
Yeah.
it is up to you now. Do you want to bet, check, or fold? This is the last round.
Well, just check, I guess. I don't really understand this game yet.
So, what is the last number you got on your dice? This is kind of like metaing, but
The last number?
I know
A
you.
1.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, you look down at your dice that you had just rolled a 1 at, and you're like, oh shit! And then you look again, and your dice now has an 8 on it.
Shit.
And
Okay.
give me 1 second. I need to go use the restroom. I'll be right back.
Yeah. Cool.
That's a
Touch of
magical die.
fate.
So,
Oh man, you guys, we don't have time for this. We have to go fix the goddamn death curse.
well,
We need money.
Yeah, we need money for
Yeah, we
that.
need money to do that.
Marsley, what
Let
did
Katie,
you do?
let Katie win some money.
Theater and
What?
We
oh,
need that sweet, sweet gold.
All the gold.
What
We
did you
need
do,
more
Ren?
cash. We're going to go out into the. Sorry, what?
Sappy, what did you do?
It was not me.
It was not you?
It's unbelievable.
You're the only rogue here. also,
rogue.
I might have rolled a 1 on the last one, but yeah, dude.
Like I could
The
do
two
any
others.
sort of sleight of hand dressed like I am.
Yeah, you can. You know the entire point. Like it's distracting. It's purposeful.
It's good to know you trust me. That's nice.
Well, you're correct. I don't know. It's just I saw a little 2 hours ago. I literally saw Safi steal her money back.
Yeah, true,
So
true.
you know, yeah.
Yeah, that was impulsive. Maybe I learned something from that.
Yeah, and maybe I forgot
Maybe.
to tell people what my profession is.
Well, I know.
Yeah,
would our
It's
potion
not that I
still be
didn't try to
effective?
talk to you. You guys just kept trying to ditch me.
you just weren't obvious enough in your disappointment.
Maybe it's you're still hasted.
No, that's only 1 minute.
Oh, that was only 1 minute?
Yeah, because speed is like insane.
Okay. So he will look at you, and he will say, "Now
Oh,
we shall reveal the dice at the same time." And let
Okay.
me write down the numbers. So write down your numbers and change your last number to an 8. Write down the numbers in roll 20.
Okay. Wait.
And so you're gonna write down the first number, then you're gonna write down the second number, and then you will write down the third number. But with don't push
Okay,
enter.
the first number.
Yeah, and
What,
then
you
don't push
mean-
enter.
Okay, in any row or just like
Just like a
confused.
number space number space number.
Number space. This is way too high tech for me. I pressed enter. Sorry, I forgot. I forgot. I thought you meant between the numbers. I am okay. It's that kind of day, and I am.
Oh my god.
I had one job. Well, I had 4, but
Anyways, he looks at the dice and he's like, "Ah, beginner's luck," and he pushes the die or pushes the coins back over to you, and he takes his robes and shuffles them and whatever. I shall make more money tomorrow on the dinosaur races. This is pure chump change. And
Dinosaur races.
he stands up.
dinosaur race.
He stands up and he says, "Yes, dinosaur races. Anyways, this is
I'm sorry, sir. We didn't catch your name quite yet.
Ifan."
Oh, hey, even I'm Katie. So about talking to your Triceratops. Because that's all I'm here for. Okay, did I get 15 gold?
Yeah, well, no, you got 15 extra. No, was it 15? Yeah, it was 15
Yeah,
gold.
'cause he
Because
raised-
10,
he
5, and
raised-
then, yeah. So you got 15
okay,
extra
cool.
gold pieces.
Yeah, that was cool.
And as you ask that, he kind of is like, yes, you can speak to it. I'm leaving now, though, so you come with me.
Yeah, sure.
And he begins to exit the room. I need Kalimbar, since you were watching extremely closely.
Yes.
And who else was at the table? Aya, I believe? Or Bax?
I was, yeah.
Oh, okay, so we had plenty of people. Okay, so anybody that was at the table with them, go ahead and roll a perception check.
21.
Do I do that too? Or did I see nothing?
I'll say because you won the thing, you don't need to roll.
18.
Okay, so Bax with an 18.
Oh,
Kalimbar.
Safi with an 8.
Oh, Safi with an 18.
Yes.
Bax
I have an
also
18
with an
too.
18.
But I think I rolled with advantage.
And Kalimbar with a 21. Okay, so Kalimbar, with your 21, you notice that there is a figure that has been watching you this entire time, watching the dice game from across the way. And when you look over, Miguel
Hi.
What do they see?
Let's see. So, I will read what I wrote already. So, she is a woman, skin as white as snow. A strange sight in these faraway lands. Her eyes seem like they could belong to a feline, yellow in color. They could be hypnotized only by the power of personality that nothing seems to be able to break, but the abyss made by her vertical pupils. She looks frail of body, but powerful of character. Wearing light black clothes and ornaments, a tear of purple brings attention to an onyx she wears at her neck, sheltering in its womb a glittering violet granite. So she will approach the table and say, "Sometimes fate needs a little hand." How was that win for you?
You changed the die?
You're gone.
Yes.
Oh, I'm gone? Okay.
Yes, you're walking out with the other guy.
Well.
This is what you all see. What map are you guys on? I'm on a different map than you guys.
Well, that makes things different.
Yeah, we're still on the starting screen.
Yep, this is what you all see. Come on. Hey, there she is.
That's tiny. Okay.
Wow.
Oh, that's cool.
I am more used to having fate find its own way, if I'm honest.
Fate is but a tool, my friend. Have you been in this fine day?
Mixed bag. My hair's still smoking.
I forgot you almost died. Sorry. I'm not there.
I probably followed Katie out.
So, just so I have an idea, who is actually in the room with us?
Okay, so Kalimbar, the cleric, is with you. Katie just walked out with the guy she was gambling with to go talk to a dinosaur. Bax followed Katie out the door. Aelin, our wizard, has yet to appear into the area. He was out searching the marketplace for a moment. Cecilia, the rogue, is nowhere to be seen currently. Safi, she is also there along with you.
Okay, great.
Did you do
But
that?
still, what's that?
Did you do that? Did you change the dice?
Well, a little trick of the mind, if you will.
That
The
is
dice
so
wasn't
cool.
really changed. Oh, well, thank you.
What's your name?
I am Velistra Igrand.
How do you
I
spell
am-
that?
How do you say
Velistra,
that?
Valissra.
Riddler. Thank you.
And who might you be? I've seen you around, but I didn't catch your name.
I stick my hand out and say, "Hi, my name's Safi Boas. Nice to meet you."
The pleasure is mine, Miss Seffi. Can I just call you Seffi?
Yes, of course.
Perfect. Splendid. What a merry band you
This
are.
is our friend Kalimbar.
And I'll make this courteous bow.
Greetings.
So as she approaches the group and begins to talk, you can see the music is starting to die down. It's even though it seems like it's only been a few minutes, about an hour's time has passed. And in that time, the band begins to kind of bow, and everybody gives their final applause. And in walks in Aelin.
Do I see him? Because I guess I'm in the out front, or am I just?
During that time, you would be talking to the dinosaur, so you can ask the dinosaur whatever you'd like here in a second, and I'll say that happened during this. But Aelin, you would have seen her outside just going talking to a dinosaur.
Ah, Katie, hello.
Hey,
What are you doing with this dinosaur thing?
I made a new friend. What's
that's
the
nice.
dinosaur's name? I guess it's the first thing I asked.
The dinosaur's first name?
Yeah. What is its name?
Don't know.
I asked it. You don't know what the
No,
dinosaur is
literally his name is Dono, D-O-N-O.
Oh, this is Dono.
Don't
Say
know
hi.
the dino.
Dono.
Okay.
Please,
I
pleased
made
to
a
meet
dice
you.
game and was allowed to talk to him.
Oh, very
'Cause
good.
apparently, people here decide who you can talk to or not.
So
that seems
as she
wrong.
says that, you see an older gentleman with a nice, coif hat, sitting against the wall smoking a pipe. And you see these guards all standing around Katie, just making sure she doesn't pull anything crazy.
Oh. Well, I assure you, this lady is quite capable of taking care of her own. Is anyone else inside?
Yeah, everybody is inside.
Oh,
Bax.
very well.
Except for Bax, who is apparently my bodyguard now. I know.
Oh,
Yeah. I
Yeah,
just
you
put
can
a
you can see the
giant-
other guards. You can see the other guards are actually more interested in looking at Bax than they are Katie.
Which is their mistake.
yeah. I put a hand on Aylan's shoulder and I'm like, did you bring Lady Sylvia with you?
Lady
Silver?
Syndra. Alas, she could not partake in the festivities. Am I on time?
Well,
you're an hour
that depends
late,
what
but,
your time
Oh,
is.
well, too bad, I guess. I hope Cecilia won't be mad. Guess I'll
I
probably
haven't
have
seen
to.
Cecilia.
Oh, she's not here either.
Well, yeah, she came with us, but she did her
left?
disappearing act, and
Oh. Well,
Yeah.
no matter. I went and talked to Mr. Wakanga and Syndra, of course.
Mhm.
They, well, Wakanga
Should we gather
has
up
some...
the rest of the gang when you tell us
Oh.
all of this, so you don't have to tell it twice, maybe?
That might be a good idea.
yeah, I'll be in, and I'll be in soon.
Okay,
I'll go in with Aylan.
alright.
Okay,
And we
so
walk
you-
inside.
Yep, you make your way inside, and you see the scene is basically the red curtains are now closing in on the stage, and people are beginning to gather their goods for the day and kind of exit the room. You do see a variety of people exiting, and you actually see that large man with a curly mustache carrying a large chest coming through the doorway with a trail of followers jumping at his heels.
Oh, hello.
Hello! And he begins to like push through you, and he's just like trying to get away from these people at this point.
Okay. I'll just step aside and let him pass, and I'm looking for Kalimbar and any other of my part I can find.
You do see the group there, and you see an individual that they're talking to that you have not seen before.
As
Alright.
soon as I see Aelin, I start waving like a maniac and wave him over.
Okay, before Safi sees me, I'm gonna use my mage hand to tap Kalimbar on the other side of his shoulder.
What? I'm playing along, like this happened like 100 times before. Like,
All right.
this.
And then I'll just come up. Hello, everybody. Had a good, productive day?
Well,
Was that a question or a statement? Or
A question.
we've been in a bit of a fight, but yeah.
A fight.
Katie was a bear. It was amazing. It's super scary.
Katie
but also
was a
amazing.
what?
A bear.
Oh yeah.
A bear?
A bear.
Oh,
Like
people
full size,
don't just
she
become
jumped
bears.
Mid-air, poof, bear.
What? That
Yeah,
I think
people were
Mel is just nodding.
"Woo," and then
that
the
seems
other
very
thing was like,
strange.
and I was like,
First-
oh,
First
Not
she
for
tells
her.
me she does not have magical powers, then she shoots ice blades at everyone, and then suddenly she turns into a bear. She must have magical powers.
Sorry to interrupt, but she doesn't have magical powers, but she turns into a bear.
oh shit. Maybe I
Oh.
shouldn't. Oh,
Hello. Hello, my lady. My name is Alan Jones.
Oh,
You
no.
may have heard of me.
Alan Jones. This?
Yes, Alan Jones.
Okay.
From the famous Walter Davian Joneses.
You have no idea what he's talking about.
I have never heard of you. No, insult intended.
Oh, none taken, none taken. I am here to educate the land of Chult.
Actually,
Do not fear.
Oh no.
Callisto, where are you
It
from?
seems that Shul could use a bit of knowledge of your part.
Yes, exactly. Pleased to meet you.
Pleasure
Your
is all
name?
mine. That is right, Grand. I was
Oh,
just looking with your friend here. Helped her win a bit of money.
oh, very handy then.
Oh,
We
handy
could
I am.
use some money. Everything here is quite expensive. And I turn to Calambar and I say, if I knew we were going to base so long here, I would have packed more money.
Well, we
Oh,
can't
so you're
spend for
rich, I take
everything.
it? Are you a
Excuse
noblesman
me?
of some sort? Are you a noblesman of some sort?
Yes, yes, I am.
Strange. From what city?
Waterdeep.
I am from Waterdeep, and I never heard of you.
You've
I-
never heard of me?
Ooh, shots
Yeah.
fired.
Yes.
Have you not heard of the Great Black Staff?
Not really, no.
Oh, then I guess you'll be in the, well, lesser circles of society then. But not to worry, it's not your fault.
Oh,
Shh.
no, it's not my fault indeed. My mother was a whore, and my father, well, I never even heard of him, so.
Maybe you have
not
the
taken.
same father. Well, I'm still not there. I'm sorry.
Burn.
Yes. Well, to each his own, of course, but don't worry. I'm sure you're a delightful person, and I'm looking forward to meeting you and learning more about you.
We quite met yet, but we don't. We kind of already know each other a bit more.
Exactly, exactly. So,
So,
Katie is a
what?
bear.
How was your day?
My day was quite uneventful actually. I've went to see Lady Syndra and Lord Wakanga. We have exchanged some pleasantries and everything. I went shopping and I revealed my outfit and I have like an orange and red colorful outfit now with a little scarf around my back, and you can still see my spellbook and everything on the side in its leather holsters, but still the rest is all colorful now. I say, and I bought these, and I on the sides of my leather strap are now like 5 daggers, all in an array next to each other.
And you
And
can
I've
see
bumped
they have like Cholton carvings in the handles. They're kind of they're intricate a little bit.
And I say, and also say, well, and I also have some things I have discussed with Mr. Wakanga. He has a quest that we can partake if we went into the jungle. That could help me myself very much, of course, but also us as a group.
I was going to say, well,
Well, I have been in those jungles before. Did you?
Have you been in the jungles?
I did.
Oh,
Thank you.
very handy.
Yeah, quite.
Would you be able to guide us, or would we be able? Should we find a guide?
Well, I could give it a try, but I am no guide. I actually got lost with my ancient group of people.
Oh,
oh
I
no.
couldn't tell what happened with them. I believe they probably should have died of thirst for now. Sadly.
oh, that is sad.
Oh.
Was
Yes.
that a fate that
Why
couldn't be
it's-
guided? Was
I'm
that a
sorry?
fate that couldn't be guided? Couldn't be changed?
Well, fate can be changed. Like this, sadly. But if we want to hire a guide, that might be a bit more handy, of course. Because, as I said, I got lost. So maybe we don't want to do that again.
Well, of course, before you are hired, we need to do a proper job interview, as we did with Safi, of course.
Yes, it was very thorough. You did a great job on that.
Yes.
Well, what does the interview looks like? I
Well,
can do all sorts
first
of
we
things.
go over your qualifications, and
Then
then
you buy him a drink.
yes, then you buy
I'll
me a
get the
drink,
wine. I'll get the
And-
wine. I'll be right back.
and we do a drinking comparability test, as I call it.
Bax is just walking back and forth, not saying anything. The tusk is out, just getting more and more. Like, not saying anything. I'm just.
Safi, go ahead and roll me a perception check, please.
Oh, hey, I have the new thing. Hang on. No, that's. Nope. Okay, that's a 8.
Okay.
Because I rolled really badly.
Okay. Bax, also, please. As you're not, thoroughly involved in the conversation, as the
But
others.
my perception is bad.
It's not that bad. Oh no, it is. Never mind. I was looking at your other perception. Okay. Conversation continues.
So you are saying that you need to have a drinking contest with me?
Sort of. But of course, we will need to learn more about your qualifications and everything.
What are your
What
questions? I have answers.
What exactly can you bring to this group of individuals?
Should we maybe take a seat first, Aiden?
Oh, yes, exactly.
Katie, during this time, the guy will have gotten kind of busy, like not upset, but kind of irritated, and he's gonna ask, impatient, and he's gonna say, "Okay, that's enough. I need to go."
Okay. I would just have asked it like every what do you eat? Like where do you live? Like how big do you know? Like as
It was a
if
display.
It was
It was a display.
that I knew everything.
And honestly, if you want, I can give you just like the full information on what a triceratops is. So, yeah, no problem.
And also like personal questions. Does it have a family? Does it? I also wanted to ask about the racing.
Yep.
What is it? Did it do just dinosaur races?
It will tell you that the dinosaur races, that she is not involved with it. And that, but there are certain dinosaurs that are used around the city as racing dinosaurs. That you can tell they are the racing dinosaurs by the paints that are used on them. It's very colorful paints that are painted all over the dinosaur to kind of signify each individual racer. And she says that they are handled once a week here in Port Nyanzaru. And the entire city is at a standstill whenever the race is going on, because everybody is there watching and cheering it on.
Good. All right. Oh, it wasn't involved. She wasn't herself involved.
She is not herself involved.
Okay,
no.
so she wouldn't.
She'll say she is the pet of Ifan.
Yeah. Does she does he treat her nice?
He can be rude at times, but she's totally okay because he feeds her.
Okay. I will relay that to him and say, she kind of sometimes think you're a bit rude, but she lives because you feed her.
Well, yeah, she's a dinosaur, so.
Yeah, but she does think you're rude sometimes, so maybe watch your tone.
Who are you? Go away.
Okay. It was nice meeting you.
You've used your time. Go away.
Good night.
I need to go.
Have a nice day. And I walk inside.
He gets onto his dinosaur. The 4 guards take each point around the dinosaur and they trample off.
Okay. I go inside. Yeah.
Yep. You walk inside, and as you walk inside, you see. You see. Gosh, I'm really good with names, guys. I'm telling you. The person that was in charge of the Kaya's House of Repose, I believe it was like Kala.
Kala or Nala?
Kala. Yep.
Kala.
Yep. So Kala, you see Kala bringing a tray full of very beautiful looking crystalware and a couple bottles of wine. And she walks into the theater room.
Yeah, I walk behind her, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
And she brings it to the table that you're all sitting at.
Ah! Hey. Okay,
So,
who are you? I don't know you.
oh, hello. Hello, kitty.
Hello. Who changed my die?
I did.
You did?
I assume you are the bear, right?
No.
Yes,
No?
what is up with that?
Yeah, about that. We should talk about that sometime when there's not
We
people
should.
all over.
It
I'm
must
sorry,
have been, must have been something in the water. Don't you? And I'll wink at her.
Well, sure. You changed my
Velisra,
die?
I did.
Velisra,
Yes.
go ahead and roll me a perception check.
Yes. Second.
Holy
Oh,
shit!
not 20.
That's a good start.
Yes, it is.
Welcome to the group, Velisra.
Thank you.
So,
Somebody who can actually roll. Yay!
so
I
Velisra,
respect that.
you notice as you are all talking, a small snake kind of slithers out of a small slit in the room that was like a window, and as it
Okay.
reaches the top slit, it spreads wings and flies away.
Nice.
Oh.
Well,
I didn't know they had those here. Yes, go ahead.
I take up the money I want and I put them on tails. I don't want this.
Oh, I can use it.
I didn't want this.
You did. And it'll help. Never hurt.
Cheating's not okay. That's not legal.
You didn't cheat. Right?
I didn't win, so I don't
You
deserve
didn't.
this.
You did win. It's not against the rules to just not say a word and take what is yours.
Let's agree to disagree.
Right. Miss, are you gonna stay?
Are you gonna drink this?
Oh,
The waitress or the woman says.
How much are the drinks?
The drinks are going to be 5 silver pieces each for 2 bottles of wine.
Cal would have paid for that in a sense.
Okay, so 1 gold piece for the 2 bottles.
Done.
Excellent.
He'll just gesture over at Velistra and Aelin to have the cups placed in front of them.
You have
Yeah.
my thanks, sir. That's very kind of you.
Well, that's
She will
part of
bow
their
and then
recruitment.
leave the room.
Are you sure you wish to partake in this kind of activities with me, Sir Jones?
Oh, no. Of course. I never say no to a good glass of wine.
Well, maybe this might teach you something.
Haha. Maybe
As
a
you have
worthy
to teach.
opponent.
Oh,
People,
opponent.
there's
You
a death
meant-
curse going around town. Can we
Oh,
maybe
yeah.
could we maybe talk about this and what the lady Syndra said? And
My-
where are we going? And we should get a guide, and maybe we should shop before going, and maybe we should go today.
My dear Bax, there is no need to be so rushed. We can still have a nice cup of wine with our friends here and discuss this.
Well, then drink your wine and tell me what you asked and what she said. Please.
To Lady Syndra?
Yes.
Well, Wakanga has given me quite an interesting book I can use to decipher some Chelton runes and artifacts and everything I can find during our travels, so that will be quite helpful. She also has several quite unique potions we can purchase from them if we have some money, because of course I could not afford them all with my traveling money, but well, we will make do. And he also has a few quite interesting spells we could use for us spellcasters, of course.
I will be pouring in the wines in the glasses, you know. But before I do that, I would like to secretly purify Aiden's bottle of all the alcoholic poison.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Yep. All right. I'll say sleight of hand real quick.
Sleight of hand.
Yeah, see if you can do it without really any, because it's got a little bit of action stuff.
It's very good on the die, but my it's +4, 22.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Without
You got +4 to sleight of hand?
Yes.
Oh damn!
without an issue. The alcohol
It's like-
is been retracted, and it is a delicious grape juice.
So pouring out both. No, Philistra has a bottle which is very nice, good wine, and Aiden's bottle is a very nice grape juice.
Yeah.
It's basically an olive oil over.
Well then, Lady Velisera,
I
You
I
are
take a
health?
glass of wine too.
to our health. Katie, you join?
Sure.
Safi? Wine? Come on, Bax. Everyone is drinking.
Bax, we won't go into the jungle today anyways. 'cause
Yes. We still have 2
Safi
days.
almost died 3 hours ago, and
I know I was there, and that was probably a part of the goddamn death curse. I
I
feel
also
like we
still
need
have
to
2
do
days.
something about this.
yeah, but we can't rush this. If we rush, then we die ourselves.
Well,
Exactly.
could we at least be ready to go tomorrow morning then?
We can
That
try.
sounds very good to me.
We could definitely do our
But-
very best.
A counterpart. I have learned that tomorrow morning there are dinosaur races.
Yeah,
How can we miss
An
those?
extra day. We can make some serious money out of this.
You can
I've heard-
lose a lot of money too.
I have
We could
heard
also
that a lot
lose
of
all our money.
I have heard that a lot of people bet on these races. The odds can be enormous.
Yeah,
We
no.
could really score some good gold on this.
Suddenly I'm with Bax, and let's go tomorrow morning, first light.
Oh, come on, Katie.
The odds are never in our favor.
Yes, they are, as long as I'm with you.
Well, I did change the fate of some dice rolls. Maybe I can change the fate of a race.
Haha.
Yeah.
That would be cheating.
Listen,
Yeah.
Katie, listen to me, okay? You, with your magical talk to animal powers, you could maybe influence some of these dinosaurs and make them run slower than the one we pick,
Why would I want to do that?
so that the one we pick has more chances of winning and we can cash in.
I'm not saying that we should do anything about these races, but wouldn't it be talk to them to see if which one was more speedy?
Also a possibility.
Bax is getting up, like walking 10 steps away, turning her back to the table, and you can hear like grumble, 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 maybe count to 10 and then turn around, come back. Guys.
Katie, if
But
we
we do
if we
need
would,
money.
if we would rush into the jungle, like Philistra's group did, I think we will face the same fate as they.
Yeah, yeah. I'm definitely not saying we should rush into the jungle, but I don't see the point of seeing animal races.
The lady that was with me, Eku, she seems very well acquainted with the jungles, but she also needs a fee to join us. So if we can raise some money, she may join us and help us find.
What is
If we don't do the races, we could still search for another small job we can do. We are a quite capable group.
There are plenty of job opportunities and things that go on here in Chult that, Portnai and Zaru that generate money. So
Were you short on money to hire your guide? Is that what I heard?
Yes.
Oh, so how much does she or he cost?
30 days in advance. It was 5 gold per day, 30 days in advance.
Wasn't it
Oh,
only
so
20
it's
days?
the same as Hugh. As Mr. Hagenstone.
Was it?
And how much does...
This is the first time I'll take out the note that Eku gave me, and I'm like, yes, 1,500 gold.
1,500 gold?
Yes, I'm afraid
That's
so.
a lot of money.
That's not what it said, the thing that we got on the thing.
Did I
It's-
misread it?
it's 5
I
times
think
30.
you have a.
Yeah.
You have
100,
a
150 gold. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
100.
100.
I'm
No,
not,
it's
not
like
good at math, you know?
Look, he
With all the
studied his god, not math. Shut up.
Yes.
With all the money that we got from our last job, we should be able to clink some coin together and pay that.
Yeah, I almost have that.
Oh,
I
I've
almost had that.
I've spent mine on my stuff here.
That seems like
And I still have all this armor, and you see I have all my crap with me still. And I'm like, I have to sell this anyway, because I'm not dragging this into the jungle.
But why
That
are
is
you
wise.
wearing it?
I'm not wearing it, I've just been dragging it around all
Why
day.
not? Why are you not wearing it?
Because it's hot here.
But
It's-
don't you need it to be protected?
Well, I have my shield, but I have a feeling that if I wear this armor, I'll die of exhaustion before the day is out. But at least
Well,
this
if you
nice
stay
bath
hydrated-
helped.
Sorry,
should
what was that,
be fine.
Felice?
Oops.
I didn't get you there.
I said that if she stays hydrated, it should be fine.
Yes, hydration. And I hold up the cup.
Hydration
Go
is
full circle.
Clink.
As you all are still conversing, you notice a head poke into the room, and you see a Cholton woman, and she's like, she looks around and she says, "Oh no, I missed it," and then she begins to leave again.
Wait, what does she look like?
Just a normal Cholton woman. She has dreadlocked hair. She had some dreadlocks hanging down in front of her face with some jewelry beads kind of in it. She has kind of like a brown necklace. You would have seen her if you roll a decent history check.
Decent history check. I might be able to do that.
Can anyone roll it, or is it
If
just
if you guys think you would
I
have
did
noticed
do
it.
that because that is
Nope.
history 21.
Okay, yeah, you recognize her as the ad for Azaka Stormfang. Whenever you guys were looking, whenever you guys were looking at ads, that was the woman in the ad for Azaka.
Oh well, I didn't look at that. I think it's only Safi so far that's
Yeah, I
been
think
looking at
Safi was the only one who actually we forgot to.
I did,
In
and
the excitement of getting a bath, we forgot to look at the board.
exactly?
was a 14? Would a 14 be high enough, Jake?
Sure, yeah, she walked in like and made herself known.
then I'll
With a
do it.
14,
Why are
yeah,
there so many?
this is who you saw.
Azaka. She looks cool.
I'll go after her real quick. Is she still in the room, or is she?
No, she had she was exiting the room as you saw her, but you could catch up to her if you'd like.
I'll catch up with her.
And you see her, and she's already exiting the building. She's like on her way out.
Okay. I go. Excuse me, Miss Stormfang.
Oh, yes. And she turns around. Do I know you?
No, you don't. I saw your posting in the what's it called?
The Thundering
The
Lizard.
Thundering Lizard, yes.
Thundering Lizard. Yeah, I saw your posting. And
Are you looking? Are you
I
in
was
search of a
wondering-
guide?
Is trying to decide on a guide, and I read your you were looking for some people who could help you with a personal quest, right?
Yes, I am. As a matter of fact, would you be hiring me to assist me in such things?
Well, I can't really speak on behalf of the rest of my group, but maybe if you'd like, we have a table here and some wine, and maybe you could join us and tell the rest of the group.
Sure, of course. Give me 1 second. 1 water, please. As she orders from the front desk. And she gets her water, and she will gladly follow you back.
Oh, this whiny shit.
What are you talking about? It's okay.
No, it is shit.
What is
This is horrible wine.
Kalimbar, roll me a perception, please.
Got a perception? 15.
15, okay. I'm going to send you something on Facebook.
Oh, God.
Whispers.
secrets.
Somebody poisoned me. I'm dead.
The wine you have drank is now poisoned.
Aelin is the only survivor.
Obviously, again.
Yeah, sorry, Miguel, what was your name again?
Valistra.
Velistra?
Yeah,
Velistra, where are you from?
I'm from Waterdeep, dear.
Ah, okay. Me too. Nice. Which part of time?
Not so far from the yawning portal.
Ah, okay.
Then where were you from?
Oh god, that's a good question. What did I ask? Well, I don't know. What part am I from? What's this normal part?
What do you mean? The normal
Where-
part of
Normal
Waterdeep?
part of Waterdeep?
Yeah, like you know.
You're from the west side.
I'm from the west side. Yeah, my parents have a bakery. Maybe you've heard of it.
Pretty close.
The
What?
west side.
Pretty close to the ocean, yes.
The what? Sorry,
The ocean.
I can't
The
hear.
Pretty near, pretty close to the ocean, yes.
Pretty close. I can't hear.
Oh,
Ple-
sorry.
Pretty
Yeah.
close to the ocean.
Oh yeah, the ocean's really nice. There's some nice animals there. My parents have a bakery there. Maybe you know it.
A bakery.
Yeah, the Becker family, the Becker family bakery. I think. Yeah.
I've heard it rings a bell, but I don't think I ever tasted of it.
Well, you're lost.
Your mic is cutting out pretty bad right now.
Yeah.
If you want
Yeah.
to take a second to reconnect, it might
Yeah, I'll do
be
that.
good.
Okay.
It disappeared. No.
So were you guys surprised that we had we had someone join our game?
Yup.
Yes.
Awesome.
Is that any better?
That is much better.
Okay, great.
Yes.
Yes. Wow.
Sorry about that.
Huge difference.
So, it rings a bell, but I don't think I ever tasted of it.
You're lost. They have the best quiches, if I say so myself.
Oh. Well, when we go back to Waterdeep, be sure to take me there, yes?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, if we make it back, we will all party in the best clubs.
Oh, we will make it back. Don't worry about it.
Excellent.
Why if?
So
Yes.
are you going to hire me or not?
Oh yeah, sorry
Oh.
about that. I was just
I
yeah.
was just looking. I was just.
Was
for-
she?
for
Oh,
everyone
I
to
didn't know
introduce you.
they came back yet.
No, I thought we were somewhere halfway across the room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a pretty small room. Yeah, it's not that big. You walk in and like you guys are kind of right there.
I go, hey guys, look who I found. You don't know. This is a Stormfang. Remember when I was in the bar? No, you don't remember when I was in the bar. Remember before you met
I
me?
do
when
remember
was
you in the
and
bar.
we were- Yeah, but before that, I was on my own. It was very sad. And then there was this whole board full of postings from all of the guides, and hers was there, and I read it. And I mentioned this before, but you guys just keep going in all different kind of directions. It's just so much stuff going on. But she doesn't need. This is Azaka Stormfang. Say hi.
Hello.
And
Hello.
she
Hello.
she will waive her fee if we help her find a mask.
A mask.
Yes, I'm
yes.
on sort of a personal quest.
Oh, it's personal.
Well,
I should talk.
tell
sort
us.
of soft. So it's a mask, and it's been stolen by some some Terrafolk have it, and I don't know what Terrafolk is or are, but it sounds cool, and I kind of want to go. But
They are
also,
a
I only
horrible
had my job
flying
interview
race.
like the day before yesterday, so I totally get it if you feel like I'm not sort of in the decision-making circle quite yet. But I just wanted to, just put it in there, in the center of the table, so you guys can, talk about it, see what we think. And
I
I'll
think
go
this is a
have my way.
splendid idea. Not only it is on our way, I suppose, but
I like her.
you can cut the fee and help her. That would be great.
Where would these Terrafolk be?
Yes.
Yeah,
Do
no.
you have a location or a lead?
They are currently at the Firefinger, where I plan on going myself. They
Remember,
roost
Alan,
atop
I
it.
told you this, and then you did the
Oh,
fire
yes.
finger thing.
Yes,
and
the
I thought,
fire
"Oh,
fingers."
that's so cool." Yeah, and then the guy from the bar said, "Don't do that here. We don't do that here." And then you were like, "No."
Yes, I remember now. Fond memories.
Yeah, it's a kind of a blur. I had 2 hold rings.
Max is just like sinking down in her chair now. Just
So, Asaka, what kind of mask are you looking for?
Well, it is a family heirloom. I lost it because of these terrafolk. They stole it from me.
Why would they do that?
They're evil beings.
Are they
Family
terrible?
heirloom, you say?
They are large pterodactyl-like creatures that walk on 2 legs and fly around.
Is she being honest about how she lost the mask? Can I insight check that?
Can I assist on that?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, go ahead and roll insight.
Can I?
Wait, how many?
like
How many can do that? I'm sorry.
2 people, the first 2 people that asked, or you can roll with advantage, however you like.
Yeah, well, I was the third one, so never mind.
I got a 19 on my first roll.
Okay, that's plenty enough. Yep. You know that she is telling you the truth on what the item is to her, and
Is she telling the truth about how she lost it?
she really doesn't have much information on that kind of stuff. She just says that it was stolen from her on one of her ventures.
Okay.
Is she truthful about terrafolk being evil?
Oh yeah, big time. You can
Well,
see it.
well,
You can see a bit of.
She
of-
believes it, at least.
Yes.
But yeah.
Yeah, she believes that they are very evil. She will tell you that the mask resembles the face of a tiger.
Oh well. Family heirlooms are something you must hold dear.
Does it do anything special? Or is it just a family heirloom?
It's just a family heirloom, and I was sad to see it go.
Yeah, it sucks when
I feel
people do
sympathetic for
things.
her.
behind a hand in very sunken down position, the Bax is like, Aiden, did Syndra say anything about where we should start looking for this soulmonger?
Or
Oh,
also, along
no.
those lines, a map? Did she have a map? Did she give us a map? That would have been useful.
Cecilia has.
Yes, Cecilia has the map.
I will take out my map.
Okay,
Hey.
there you go.
No, but like, yeah, okay.
You
There you
guys
go.
now
That'll be
have
better.
a map of Cholt right in front of you, and I will put you guys on the map of Cholt. So it's going to take about 30 minutes for Bax
Everything
to load this.
But you can't. But you can't
and
see
Brian-
anything on
I
this
could-
map.
That's about it.
Is the reason we can't see anything on the map is that because we haven't been there yet? Or
No, that is
Yes.
because it is uncharted territory. These maps that you got from both Syndra and now Velisra, these maps show the coastal areas because that is the only areas that people have ventured into and made it back alive to show the different areas around Cholt. Other than that, the other areas that you see, these little beige hex marks, that is uncharted jungle territory.
okay, so where are the fire fingers on this map?
Yes.
I'm guessing
Perfect.
by.
Okay.
If you were to hire me, I could show you the way to Firefinger.
But where are we going?
You point on the map where it is?
Again, if you hire me. Otherwise, you're on your own.
Ah, yeah, okay, sure. It's just where are we going? Aelin.
We don't
Well,
know.
I mean, I don't have an exact location as of yet, but I'm sure we can find some more information. I went looking for a library here, but apparently there aren't any. It's
I
Oh
don't-
yeah,
Awful.
Safi.
No
Safi,
library.
you told us about temple with information.
oh yes,
Yes.
You were gonna show us after this theater thing, right?
Yes. Oh shit.
we could go there now.
Yeah. Maybe we should split up so people look for supplies
No,
and
let's
some
not
people
split
look
up
for
ever again.
information.
Did
Splitting up in real life, totally a time saver. Splitting up in D&D, the biggest time waster.
Yeah. In real life, it would be a time saver, which is,
Yep.
in game time would also be a time saver. But yeah.
Speaking of
Which-
splitting up, it seems our friend Tempest will not be joining us for some
Oh yeah, he's
time.
been in the toilet for a long time now.
Yes.
Oh god.
I'll hold up this a few letters, some papers bound together, and just one that says. He says that if he wanted to stay with us, he would protect us, but he doesn't feel he can be the protector we would need. He left to go home. He writes, and there's this letter and some notes for the rich boy. And I'll pass those both to Aiden.
Okay.
Oh.
So, Aelin, you get a letter. And just to save some time, the letter... where was it? Actually, if you've got it right now, just go ahead and read it to him. Yeah.
On Facebook.
Okay, yeah. So he hands you a piece of paper. But yeah, with the pieces of paper, you've now heard that Tempest did not go to the bathroom. He left some letters letting you guys know that he doesn't feel like he was the person for the job, and he does stuff. He does stuff what other people like. He doesn't do enough of what he likes, and he left home to find peace. But unfortunately, this is not. This is the exact opposite of peace, and he wanted to continue his journey to try and find it.
Is he sure it's not just because he's embarrassed by falling in the bathhouse?
That could have had something to do with it. Who knows?
Oh, thank
Oh,
God.
no.
He was so blue.
He was a very blue man.
Shadow. Hey, but Asaka, when would you be ready to leave if we were to hire you?
I would need about 24 hours to prepare to leave.
Okay.
Also, if we hire you and you do get your mask back, does that mean after that point you just go your own way? Or would you
Well,
stay with
I
us
would
for as long as we need you after that?
Attempt to help you, but I only know so much of the jungle. I would be afraid to continue on and be a nuisance of sorts. My job here is to guide people around the area of Port Nyanzaru. I'm not so knowledgeable in different locations throughout Chult.
Oh, so maybe we should wait with hiring a guard until we know where we're going.
Maybe.
You could be going to Firefinger.
Yeah, that would be really convenient.
And we can hire another guide to go deeper into the jungles after.
Why would we? Oh yeah, yeah. What about that we let you know in the evening, and then we would hopefully know where we're going.
Well, if you need me, you can...
What does everybody think about that plan?
I think it's better to know where we're going, anyways, so we can prepare according to where we go.
Will you be joining us, Philistra? Or is she doing well, Aiden?
If my
This wine is shit, so probably yes.
What are you talking about? It's fine.
No, mine tastes funny.
I take his glass and I take a sip of it. It's just
It should still taste like
It's-
decent
it's-
wine.
Yeah, it's okay. It's a little bland, like flat, but other than that,
Do you
it's
do you
the same.
do you
It's
notice
okay.
it? Do you? All right then, I guess. But
There's nothing wrong with it. It's just not premium quality in the wines that you're used
yes, that
to.
is
Probably.
true. That is
So I
true.
think it's a different country. It's a different
Yes,
continent.
yes, different
Different
wine,
wine.
different vintages. Yes,
Yeah.
you're correct.
Would it help if I got you an umbrella?
Well, it would help a little, but it's fine. I can live without. Don't worry.
So
As you guys are all talking, you begin to hear thunder outside.
Oh shit.
Well, I
Well.
guess we should get going.
Yeah.
In the storm.
Yeah.
Well, we can't just stay here.
If we
Yeah,
want
no.
to talk to people, they will
Okay.
most often be inside as well. And a little cool weather wouldn't harm us.
No.
Safi, where would you know where we should find that house of worship that had information?
Yeah,
She said she did.
I did. I did take some notes. Hang on. I think, Jake, that was the thing that you were.
Which one are you talking about?
Well,
There are 3 temples. We already went to the Temple of Sune. There's the Temple of Gond, and then the Temple of Savras. And Savras is probably the most beneficial for you.
Well, during her job interview, she said
yeah,
that she
I know.
knew
I
a
know, and
temple.
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I don't, I haven't exactly, I haven't been specific enough with my notes because I was like, oh, I'll totally remember all of this, but
Totally.
That's what always happens.
Okay, so there are the Temple of Savras, Temple of Gond, Temple of Sune, and then the Hall of Gold. And the Hall of Gold was the thing that you saw outside of your window, Kalimbar, whenever you guys went to
Yes.
to this place that you're in.
Another place
Temple
I've
of
been feeling
Walking.
about. Yeah.
Yep,
I think
and
you guys described
Waukeen
a
is the
building,
person
and
there.
I didn't you guys describe a building to me, and then I was like, oh, that's this one. I know where that one is.
Well, that the Temple of Waukeen or the Temple of Gold is like, or the Hall of Gold is right next to you guys, like literally
Yeah.
across the street. Up on the hill, but it's across the street. It's upside. But yeah, there's plenty of different temples around, and you guys have already visited one of them. So, but again, you've learned that the temples are quite a font of information if you go there.
Let's
can be, at
go
least.
to one of the temples and see if that can
Yes.
help.
I still have business at the Temple of Sune. So we can start there.
Just before I join you guys, what are you looking for actually?
Oh wait. Oh yeah. Is it? Wait. Is
So
she?
I've
well.
seen that you're pretty potent at fighting, if that's it.
Sorry. Wait. We forgot about this job interview. I'm sorry, Asaka. This is apparently taking a long time. Where
Mhm.
are you? Could you be found at what is the Thundering Lizard tonight?
Yes, if you're interested, I will be at the Thundering Lizard.
Yeah, because then we would probably know more of where we are going, and then we could see if our paths align, and that would be perfect.
Well, it would be greatly appreciated.
It was very nice to meet you,
Yeah.
Nice to meet
Yes.
and I
you.
hope you see you again.
And she finishes her water and she begins to walk out.
I do feel sorry about her losing a family heirloom.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yes, it's quite bad. But yes, so what were you guys looking for?
Well, people are losing family.
Well,
Just-
you're from Waterdeep, right? So you know about the death curse.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, we're trying to stop that.
Okay, great.
So that's why we're here. Why are you here?
That would
great.
obviously-
That's why I was here to begin with. But
That's why you're here?
This is why you
that's
get
why I
people
was
drunk.
here
They
to
talk.
begin with. But after seeing what Schultz can do, I've came back here to reposition my perspective. So I was looking for, yeah, pretty much the same as you do. But I was without a group and without a guide. And I'm the richest person around, so I had to figure out a way to do this. But I have very little information on that curse, it is.
You were also here to stop the death curse. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, absolutely, yes.
Who sent you?
I came here on my own. I've heard of it. Travelers and everything. And I thought as a, well, we've called me witch, illusionist, sorceress and everything. That had to go with my interests. So I came here to try and understand this and stop it, if I can do it.
Okay.
Ah, so are you
Well-
an arcane practitioner?
Yes, right?
Excellent.
One more pair of eyes is always welcome.
Perfect.
Very well. Let us go into the city. Look for some information.
Yes, so you only want to know about anything about that curse, right?
Yes.
I have
Whatever
absolutely
information
no-
you can have.
I have absolutely nothing. We just head into this jungle because we were led by this hot-headed knight of some sort that would take no for an answer, and I would let him go alone. So, yeah. So I don't know anything.
Where have I heard that before? And I give a glance at Bax.
I would not know, dear. Can we go now?
Yes.
Are we all going the same way, the same places? Why are we splitting up?
Okay,
No,
so
we will stay
I would
together.
I would suggest to make this faster and let's like
Yep.
kind of streamline this. Let's build out a course of action. Let's say we're gonna go
Yeah.
here, we're gonna go here, we're gonna go here, and then that's what we're gonna do. If we try and split up again in real life, that makes sense. D&D, that just takes a lot of
Okay,
time.
yeah,
and I don't
sure.
I don't want to
Ish.
spend 30 sessions just kind of like one guy goes shopping, one guy goes, you know, to the lighthouse, one guy is fishing, you know, the other guy is over here. So
Why not?
I mean, I'm totally down to tell 7 different stories, but you guys better be ready to be like episode 55 before we even leave the port.
Sure.
We're going to the temple to get information about where we're going.
Okay,
Yes.
so
We
what
need
temple
to
would you
get
like to
a
go
good
to?
Tune up, because
Uh,
Kalambar still had business there.
Yeah. Should somebody
one?
write down the point of order?
Yes, I'll write down a point of order.
Aelin, secretary.
Secretary Aelin. Go
I just need more money.
Well,
Go to the what temple?
Temple of Sune.
Temple of Sune.
Mm-hmm.
and then
Nobody
what was
would-
the, and then the
It's-
temple Safi knew was information.
Yeah.
Maybe we could find some more information about the guides?
About the who?
About the guides.
The
That would
guides.
That would be a good idea when we know where we are going, so we know what
Yes.
to ask.
Maybe there is like a merchant prince that knows about stuff.
Well, I already have on my shopping list that we need to talk to. Where is it? It's not in this session. It's in this session probably.
Ekene Afa?
Yep. As the one is weapons. Ikena Afa is weapons and armor, and Shanti is just armor. And Cecilia and I were talking about getting new armor. We need supplies. I have a shopping list. We need water skins, bucks, food, and holy water, at least as a basic.
Holy water?
Yeah.
Why?
It hurts
Because
being dead.
the very nice, what were the dudes that we met at the Thundering Lizard?
yeah.
Farao and Gondolo said that we had to have protections from undead.
Oh, okay
So-
then.
Wait, is holy water against undead? Yeah, it is. Yeah, never mind.
And I also need it for some spells, so I need.
So
a
I
lot
should
of
probably
holy water.
prepare radiation as well. Mm-hmm.
All right.
So
Um,
Temple of
so-
So I
Caesar.
think get holy
then
water, there, get information, go shopping, find a guide. And
Let-
now that
let's-
I've finally heard
let's-
about the thing.
Let's go to the Temple of Sune first, and then whatever you guys want to do next, go ahead and let me know once we get there and finish that off. Okay. So you guys all gather your stuff here, finish up your glasses of wine. You are more than welcome to take the bottles if you'd like of wine with you. As I don't know if the group of you can finish 2 bottles in a matter of 10 minutes that you guys have been talking.
What? Oh, it's
Oh,
only
yeah,
got 10
yeah.
minutes?
So it's,
I have
been
not
about 10,
drunken
15
any of
minutes.
the wine.
So you can take 1 bottle of wine if you'd like.
And 1 bottle of grape juice.
Yes.
No, the grape juice. Yeah, 1 bottle of grape juice is finished as Aelin was like downing it, trying to feel anything, but could not gain anything. So you have 1 bottle of wine that does have alcohol in it, and you guys head out into the city. The city is kind of a bustle as you notice that the winds have kind of picked up and the thunder is still rolling across, and you look up and you can see the sky has kind of darkened. Even though it's about noon or 1, it looks kind of like just a darker gray look to it.
Does it seem natural?
Yeah, it looks like a rainstorm. It doesn't. Like the clouds aren't like flying, past you or anything like that. Like, yeah, it's just like a natural rainstorm. And you see people are preparing as they. This kind of thing is absolutely normal to them. So you see people putting tarps up over their food and kind of tying things down so that things don't fly away in the wind. And you make your way up north or up west towards the Temple of Sune, and you begin making your way there, and you see the same thing that you had saw before. You see almost like a floating top to the temple because of all the mirrors that surround it, and you see the doors are partially open from the last person that walked in.
Bax would look slightly disgusted at this show of wealth.
Oh, sorry. Wait, on the shopping list, you need to write down giving your clothes to the poor.
Oh, yeah.
As you arrive, you notice that the weather has turned into a slight rainfall, just like a drizzle.
For Rizzle.
For drizzle.
I will pluck the feathers out of my hair and stow them away, and sort of rewrap the turban.
And I will re-braid my hair.
Just
Not
on the go.
the-
I'm not going to,
Yeah.
make a whole thing out of it.
Okay, so you guys want to walk in?
Yep.
All right, and you do. Kalimbar, you are met with the same type of appearance that you had seen last time. Inside, you do see people kind of walking around. You do see people kind of a little bit more tense than they were last time that you were here, but still in the same actions.
I'll just point out some of the possibilities. If we want to blend in a little more, we can go to have some face paint or get our clothes or hair done. Just for those who are interested, I may partake in that in a bit.
Is this a house of faith?
Yes,
Okay.
like they are. It's quite familiar to me. There's a good. Don't you feel it in the air? The hope, the joy.
It smells like freshly burned candles, but otherwise.
I feel like they could feed a lot of people for all of this wealth.
As you stand there, Kalimbar, and you're greeting, you're kind of showing people around and talking. Coming down the staircase, you can see Eku again, and Eku is actually holding, has a black tabby cat on her shoulder at this point, and she's kind of coming down the stairs, and she says, "Ah, Kalimbar," and she kind of starts coming down the stairs.
These are some faces you've met before, but allow me to introduce my friend, and I hope maybe your employer soon. This is Aylin Jones. You may have heard of her.
Greetings.
Hello, my lady. Hello, my lady.
Is that part of his name? You may have heard of him.
Yes.
That's his title.
It
She
is,
looks-
it is
she
not
looks over at you,
official,
Kalimbar,
but it's a company.
She looks over at you, Kalimbar, and she
name.
says, "Should I have?"
And
These
if
are-
I hear it, I just shake my head.
Is this becoming a thing?
It has been a thing for weeks.
Ah, I see.
Well, where I come from, people do know my name.
Well, actually,
No, they know your father's name, which is different than knowing your name. But anyways, who is that beauty? And I take my arm out to the cat.
That is Shetty. The one I
Shetty?
told you.
Ah,
about.
yeah.
As you reach out, the cat then leaps from Eku's shoulders, and she kind of is startled for a second, but of course it's just normal. And she boop, boop, pounces over to your arm and lands on your shoulder as well, and just kind of nestles next to you.
Awesome. While they're speaking all that, I'm gonna sit down and, as a ritual, I'll ritual cast Speak with Animals, so don't use a spell slot, and then I will do as Kalimber asked me to, which is talk to Shitty. When 10 minutes gone.
Yep. All right. So Eku is just standing in front of you now, smiling.
These are Bugs, Katie, and Safi.
Ah, yes. The heroes of the day.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah.
And this is Philistra, someone who has the same interest as us.
Yes. Good day, sister.
My. A beautiful woman. She says, may Sune have her blessings.
Many blessings to you too.
A little pale for my taste, but sure. He says under his breath.
Jesus.
Oh my god.
Well,
Can I give him like a slap on the back of the head?
Absolutely.
When I was here before, I spoke of this death curse.
Yes.
Do you have any leads for us? Any places we can go to read or study or meditate even?
So I spoke with the disciples here in the Temple of Sune, and we do not truly know the source of this occurrence. But you may seek guidance in one of the other temples. They do have, some say at least, that they do have the ability to look beyond normal sight and see things that many people cannot see. If you go to this Temple of Savras, you might be able to find Grandfather Zetambe.
Zetambe.
Zetambe, Zitembe. Most people just call him Grandfather.
Father.
As for anything else, you might find better assistance in one of the many guides here in the city. Each and every guide might be able to lead you to a different location within Chult, and possibly one of the ones you're actually looking for. Myself included.
Where would you take us?
I know many places in Chult. Where is it you would be looking to go?
that is what we're trying to figure out.
Well, if you have no destination in mind, I could recommend you going to Orolunga to seek the guidance of the Guardian Naga there.
Orolunga, you said?
Orolunga, yes.
And what does this Naga do?
She is an oracle of sorts, and may be able to assist you in finding exactly what you're looking for.
An oracle, you say?
Yes.
That is very interesting, people.
It is, yes.
I too have some questions that might need some answers.
What would you like to know?
Oh, lots of things, but, you know, perhaps in time.
I think he meant for the Oracle system, not for you.
Yes, exactly.
I see.
But
Well,
I do have a
if
question
you
for
were
you.
to take me as a guide, I could take you there.
To Orolunga. And
To
what is your-
Here in
Orolunga.
town?
No, Orolunga is not here in town. It is in the jungles of Chult.
Then how much would that cost us?
The basic fees. I believe I handed Kalimba my resume.
150 gold you spoke of.
It's
I've been corrected on the amount.
1,500 gold pieces.
1,500 gold pieces?
No, I'm sorry. I
sister.
meant 150.
See, I'm not the only one who has trouble with numbers here, alright?
Well, I believe
Well,
Orolunga
it's
could
not
be a
on the
great
map.
Start.
No, it's not in many maps. It's quite dangerous to get there. But once there, we shall be safe, I assume.
So, what
Thank
do you
you
guys
for this
think?
information.
I'm sorry, Velisra. Did you say something?
The Oracle seems to be a good bet for something that is supernatural that we're looking for.
Quite possibly, she could be a lot of help, yes.
I strongly lean towards this option, yes.
Same with me.
My main
could all-
interest, if you were to take me as a guide, is to rid the jungles of all of the garbage that has been gathering here, the undead, the everything that is unnatural and seeks to destroy the jungle and the peacefulness of the woods.
So if we are to take you as a guide, we will go undead hunting.
We will go everybody hunting if it means that we get to save the nature.
I see.
It would be good to do good along the way, no?
Of course.
It would.
I agree.
But maybe we should go ask this grandfather if he has a more specific location for us.
It's not far. It's in the same city, so
We're not
Yeah.
leaving today anyways, right? So we can take the day.
Yes.
It is
Echo-
quite early in the day.
It is.
Yes, Bax.
Just so you know, sister, how long would it take to Rolunga? So we could prepare in consequences if we decide to go with you.
I would need but merely 4 or 5 hours to prepare.
Oh, so okay, great. We could indeed leave tomorrow morning if we decided to go with this route.
what would you advise us that we should bring with us?
Well, if you were to come along, I would suggest possibly finding a canoe. We could take the river, and it's a much faster travel that way.
I'll
Other
try
than
the
that,
canoe on the shopping list.
Yes.
food and water, of course, are very important.
How many days to...
4 or 5. Sorry.
How many days till what? What?
To the Naga, I'd say. Naga and back.
Oh, it's quite a travel. I would say about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'd say almost a month worth of travel.
Wow.
Oh my.
That is quite a time.
It is.
I say close to 15 days. If all goes right, we may be able to get there faster.
Well, everything we've done so far has gone pretty right. Ego, do you have holy water here at the temple?
Do we have holy water? We could just ask the main priestess here to possibly help you in creating some.
Could you show me in the right direction? Or introduce me?
Of course. And she leads you, and she kind of just points out somebody, and they kind of come back down from the top, the second floor. And in front of you is the woman that you had met earlier, is Orana. She comes down, and she kind of bows to everybody, and she says, "Are you in need of some service?"
Yes, I would like to get a hold of some holy water.
Okay.
I have-
1 second. Holy water, 5e. Okay, so she says that if you bring her 25 gold pieces, she will be able to bless some water for you.
I will give her 25 gold pieces.
Okay, she says, return in an hour and you shall have your
in
holy
an
water.
hour. And then I need to do math. 25?
Mhm,
Yeah.
25. And she takes the gold, and she walks back up towards her room, and she says that return in an hour and you'll have your water.
Thank you.
Eku kind of turns to the group and she says, I understand you do have a choice of guides, but be wary. Many guides may lead you astray, and many guides cannot be trusted as much.
Thank you
Just
for
a
your
personal
wisdom.
warning.
We'll take into consideration. But if I can speak for myself, so far you're the guide with the objective that I think we might get the most of.
And you seem a very nice and good group.
Thank you for your
Vaguely
kindness.
guilty because
Has 10 minutes gone by?
10 minutes has gone by, yes.
Shoot. Okay, awesome. Hey, Shitty!
Shitty or shitty?
Shitty.
Shitty!
Kalimba wants me to talk to you, but I'm not quite sure what I
Oh.
need to talk to you about.
When I hear you mewing, I will mowing to the cat. I'll come over. She's been following me for some time. She seems to be. She knows something about the objects we're looking for. She doesn't respond kindly to the name.
Hello. Hey, I'm Katie. What's your name?
Meow.
So it doesn't. I don't understand it.
It understands you.
But
can see
do
it
I
looks at you.
understand?
You-
Do I understand it?
You don't understand it? No? It just sounds like it's purring.
So
Even with speaks with animals.
Yep.
Oh.
this is frustrating.
It begins
Why
to
are you-
purr and kind of like rub against your ear.
I didn't prepare that. Are you a cat, Shitty?
Yeah, sorry, I was laughing. As a DM, the cat is not laughing.
Oh, that would have been
That-
perfect.
no,
though. Why
no.
did I not prepare this? I have a spell that's like detect animals. Why would I prepare that when everything I do is about animals?
maybe you need to befriend it first.
What?
Maybe she doesn't want. Maybe she doesn't want to talk to you yet. Maybe you should just,
But the whole point of the spell is that I can understand animals, so this is not an animal. And I add like frustrated. Yeah, I'm just like, what
She
are
hops
you?
off your. She drops off your shoulder, kind of feeling that you are getting like a little tense, and she drops off your shoulder and kind of like lands on the ground and sits, looking up
Can
at you guys.
Can Aelin inspect the cat? Can you look at the cat?
Sure.
Is it a cat? Does it have fur?
It looks up at you, Aelin, and like you get closer, and it kind of shrinks down a little bit as you get closer.
Can I
Yeah,
can
I
I
want
get
to
a
see-
feel for what kind of like?
Yeah, I want to see if this is a familiar or normal cat.
Yeah, because like now I know it's definitely not a cat. So can I?
Arcana
Send
check
the
from
dis-
both of you guys.
Thank
Okay.
Now I'm frustrated. I'm gonna have to watch my
Scott?
temper.
Come on.
Sorry.
All right, that's better. I have a 23.
I rolled an 8, but I closed that window. 1 second. Was it Arcana?
Mhm.
Or what did you say? 11 total.
Okay, with an 11, you can't really tell. You just tell.
Yeah.
You're thinking like that this cat just doesn't like you, maybe. But Aelin, I'll send you a message on Facebook.
Okay.
Does the cat know who Aelin is?
Oh, you better.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep
That's really
talking
rude.
to it. Like, why have you been following Kalimbar? Like, why won't you talk to me? And the more it's
It's gonna lick its paw.
yeah, and I lost my temper, so
Can I?
I'm gonna
Would Shelly allow me to pick her up?
How do you do that? Just meta thing. How do you do that? Only send a message to one person.
The
Slash
/W.
Slash
W.
W and space and then whoever's name.
I'm afraid of it because I screwed it up last time, so that's why I was doing all this Facebook stuff. I'm gonna try it one last time, see if it works, and if it
Yes.
does, then okay. How about this? Does that work? Does
Yes, I
anybody see
see
that
it.
message? Anybody else see that message?
No.
Okay, now I can do this without fear. I hope.
I think it's because what you copied in had a lot of what do you call it when you enter?
Spaces and stuff like that. Enters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
it probably
so you
just read it as different messages.
Like, what do you write after the slash W? Yeah, I'm confused. Sorry.
you write
Slash W,
the
and then
name of the
whatever. Yeah, whatever name of the person you want to send it to.
And if you're writing Jake, then you write GM.
Okay. Sorry. Just
Would Shelly allow me to pick her up? Or does she go ballistic if I reach for her?
Yeah, you reach for her and she kind of pounces up on you and purrs.
While they're busy with the cat, can I? How long does the hair brushing and stuff take?
It wouldn't take that long for them. You can see them kind of just dealing with people's hair, and you can see that people are getting finished within like 5-10 minutes.
Okay, I'll
It
just
depends
add
on,
this
I
to,
guess,
on-
it depends on how intricate
how much of a
you would
mess
want to
you
get.
are.
Yes, exactly.
I'll
Well.
take out my spellbook and I'll begin casting detect magic here.
Okay.
I'll
Reggie,
pull
I
on
did get that
Phyllis's
message.
sleeve and
cool.
I'll pull
You,
on.
Velisra, she pulls on your sleeve.
And I'll say, hey, do you want to go get your hair fixed? Well, not fixed, I mean, because it looks really nice, but you know.
Well, sure, yes. Do you know where to go next? Do you know where we can go?
Oh!
Oh,
Your voice is doing the thing again.
Gosh. Okay.
I just point in the general direction where I see the people doing the thing with the mirrors.
Yep. And you guys can walk over there together.
Is that better?
No, it's still. I'm honestly thinking a reconnect is the only thing to save it every time. But yeah, you can walk over there, and they will gladly take you in. And I need you to roll a charisma check.
Oh god.
You know it's gonna be good when it starts with oh god.
Oh, that's a 4.
A 4. You begin to walk up, and one of them turns around and kind of goes, and then she turns back to the person in the chair, and she kind of whispers to her and shoos her away, and she goes, "Come, dear, come."
Oh no, I'm a charity case.
Oh god.
I just walk in and hold my feathers and ask them to make my hair pretty, but make sure that the feathers are in there and stormproof.
That was not a whisper. I'm really good at
But
these.
yeah.
Don't pay attention to the man behind the curtain. So yeah, as you guys are kind of preparing yourselves, and of course you guys walk over to the area, and they take you in immediately upon
Oh, I
seeing
get
you.
pulled to the front of the queue and stuff?
Oh yeah, you got pulled to the front. Velisra, go ahead and roll a charisma check real quick.
Charisma, playing charisma?
Just a plain charisma check. Yep.
Okay.
Straight down the middle.
Okay, so yeah, you walk up and you will be next in line behind her, and 5 minutes goes by as they take they're taking a brush and they're trying to brush out all the tangles in Safi's hair, and with the rain kind of making it a little bit more tangled and curly, it's just a little bit harder to kind of get through.
Been enough fun.
But there's actually like 2 or 3 people working on Safi right now at this moment.
Okay. I'll just ask her, are you okay? Do they hurt you?
No, it's fine. This is
With a
You
tear in
take-
her eye. Like,
You take 1 point of damage as they pull all your hair.
And you're dead.
No. So yeah, they're just working on you. About 3 people are working at you at the same time, though. As you guys are all standing there, and you notice that freaking Katie.
Iku?
Sorry.
Yeah, I keep with Shetty and like trying to talk to this cat.
Yeah, and
They're
Katie is like looking around and like following the cat around as it's going, and she's just getting frustrated and more frustrated. You
And I will
notice.
eventually pick up the cat, cuddle it if she wants to keep her stationary to not exhaust.
That's fine. As you notice that Katie, her hair looks to be getting a little bit longer, and her fingers begin to show an essence of claw-like hands. And all of a sudden,
Oh no!
a gigantic bear
Oh,
appears right in front of
What?
wait,
And
I
that's
was
out.
gonna do a cat, but okay.
you. Let's out a roar.
Yeah.
And
That's
the
just
temple.
immediately-
The temple then begins to burst out in screams and kind of like a general source of panic, and then Eku kind of yells over everybody, saying, "Don't worry, it's okay. It's one of
This
them."
is just a trick. It's just a trick. Don't worry. I hope.
Bax runs up in front of the bear and is like, take a deep breath, remember who you are, take a deep breath, and try and just block wherever she would run if she were to run.
I'm looking for an exit.
Okay, very animalistic, like, yeah, looking for an exit. So yeah, you start looking around and you see the door that you just came in is still open a little bit, and there is a clear exit that way. Go ahead and roll a Constitution saving throw.
Oh yeah, that was not good. Constitution saving throw at least 10 total.
Okay, 10 total. Right now you are being calmed. You feel a bit calmer, but you're having trouble turning back into your elven form, your half elven, or your human form. Sorry.
Yeah, oh, that would be incredible if I turned into a half of.
Yeah, right.
Whoa.
But yeah, everybody's panicked. Safi, people that were like combing your hair have left the brushes in your hair. Now you have like 2 brushes kind of just hanging down in your hair.
Let you a hand, just stay there. I'll take them out without ripping their.
Yeah.
Just
Well-
stay still.
I'm looking frantically around for an exit and trying to get around here.
Okay, so
Bax.
she tries to get around Bax. Bax, what are you doing?
I'm gonna grapple her.
Okay, what is the entire group doing? Go ahead and roll a strength check for me, Bax.
A straight up strength.
It'd be in athletics.
Oh, I should find the bear stats.
Please roll well.
I would like to run to
Nope.
towards the exit to try and get there before the bear does.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said
I'm
that's
following Safi.
totally fine.
She seems to know how she's doing. What
Okay.
she's doing.
Kalimbar and Aiden, what are you guys doing?
Yeah, I'm a little bit freaking out and trying to concentrate on my detect magic, but I'm like, what the hell is going on?
All right. Your detect magic is still
Just leave.
detect magic
do
is still
I-
being ritually cast.
Do I roll a strength check against
It'd be a contested athletics
Okay.
or acrobatics
Oh, I'm so sorry. Natural 20.
check. Okay.
Oh,
So-
yeah.
Yep.
Resting a bear.
Not grabbing that bear.
So Bax, you have an issue grappling and holding the bear in place, but do you want to hold on? Do you want to
Yeah,
try
I
to
want
hold
to
on?
hold on.
All right, go ahead and roll a strength check. No athletics. See if you can hold on.
Athletics. Come on,
We're
this is
gonna
one of my good
go
stats.
away.
Just roll well, please.
Another natural 20.
Nice.
All right, so
Let's go for a ride.
You unfortunately cannot grab her and hold her in place, but you have the strength to grab onto her fur as she takes off running for the front door. Safi goes in front of the door and slams it closed before you can escape, though. I need you to roll another Constitution saving throw.
Okay, yeah,
This
Constitution,
does not seem
15.
calming though.
Okay, so with a 15, she closes the door, and your animalistic instinct would tell you, look for another exit or attack, but you don't feel that. You begin to feel your own essence come back to you, and your fur begins to recede back into your body. Your ears turn into the hair that is hanging down to your sides, and then you notice that Bax is on top of you and you fall over.
I'm so
Basically,
sorry.
I'm just holding her up like this now.
I'm
Yeah.
so sorry, I'm so sorry.
Breathe, breathe.
Okay, so
And
when you told me that she would
Everything is
turn to a
fine.
bear,
You are here.
I was pretty sure that it was intentional and controlled.
That
I
was
it
incredible.
didn't want to talk to me. I don't know what happened. It's just
as you look around now, everybody kind of seems to be calming, and people are kind of going back, and you see a lot of people whispering and stuff like that. And Eku looks over at you and says, "Is everything okay?"
Yes, everything's fine right now. Thank you very much.
And then you notice that the cat that was there, Sherry, is gone.
oh, it's
I want
called
to go-
Sherry.
I want to go hug
Yeah,
them.
I was gonna.
I've been calling
New
it
name.
Happy.
Well, it's Sherry, Sheri, but the way they say it is Sherry.
Ah, so that's why I hear Sheppy. Okay, language barrier. Cool.
So I'm pretty sure that speaking with that cat is able now. It must be terrified of you.
It didn't want to talk to me to begin with, which never happened before.
That is
Yeah.
quite odd, yes.
It was not really a cat.
It
It
wasn't.
wasn't.
What was it?
No. It was not its true form, as I could see. I was trying to, detect magic on it, but it ran away after you turned into a bear.
I'm so sorry.
You
It's
know,
alright.
Katie,
Eku-
we should.
Eku will say, Sherry comes to us from now and again. We don't know where she came from, so she was a stray, and we took her in. That's about all we know about her.
You know, Katie, we should train your arcane powers.
Is
Learn
that
to
arcane?
control this.
Yeah. I really want to control it, but
We could work on it.
yeah.
I have a lot of training.
While you
so
guys
I
are
could
talking,
help.
Eku walks up to you, Katie, and she places her hands on your shoulders, and she says, "It's okay. You can calm down now. There's no need to worry. You are safe here." And then she bows her head and she begins to say a prayer. And then about 5 seconds later, she lifts her head up and she releases you. And you feel a calmness come over you.
Thank you.
Well,
Yeah. About that bear thing. We should probably talk about that sometime.
Yes.
I don't know
It's-
if it's
it
right
seems-
here, right now, in the middle of the temple kind of thing, but we should talk before you let me go with you.
Eku will say, "It seems you have a great power within you that comes from nature. If you find yourself feeling a certain way, harness that energy and use it to your advantage."
Yes. Train.
Yeah.
With great power comes great responsibility.
You mean
Exactly.
I feel like I've heard that somewhere before.
Yeah, I don't know.
I
It
believe
sounds
it is
familiar.
something Sir Volo said.
Ah,
actually from where I come, it's with great power comes great possibilities, but that's fine.
that pompous asshole. Yes, we know him.
How would I go about? How would I harness that? How
We
would
train.
Practice
We
and
put
training.
you in dangerous
Concentration.
situations.
I? Okay.
Concentrate. Use the ability. Feel nature. Use you. And use nature back.
Okay. Thank you.
But it comes with time.
Yeah.
And she will back away from you as to not, crowd you or like be like right up in your face or anything like that.
Yeah, I definitely kind of feel caged in right now.
She'll take her arms and kind of get everybody to back away. You know what I mean? And not in a like be careful, she's dangerous. More of like just give her space.
Yeah, I'm gonna find a corner and wait until everybody is ready to go.
Safi, your hair is about half up and half down at this
I'll
point.
come. I'll start helping her. If I see everything's calming down and she's still a mess.
Yeah.
They're nice and priority there.
Yep.
Well,
And,
I still have those comms, so you can finish this if you want.
there you go. Yeah. But she says,
I just go back and forth going, beauty is pain, beauty is pain.
Do you want some braids?
Eku will then say, if you do gather me as a guide, I will be giving my payments, one, to, of course, pay off the merchant prince's fees, but the remainder of the money will be going to the church and to charity. I will not be gathering any of the gold myself.
A
Eku, I
noble
think
cause.
we will give you our answer when I come and pick up the holy water. When we have done the rest of our errands today.
Very well.
Would that suit you?
No, it does, of course. And then she goes and grabs Kalimbar, and Kalimbar, she'll pull you to the side. And she'll say, the group you have here, it seems they are aligned very good, and I wouldn't mind being your guide if it means anything at all. I will waive most of the money if it means that you will take me as the guide. Maybe even if you do find the money along the way, we can deal with the payment that way.
I think that is in our favor, yes. But as Bex said, there are some things we need to decide where we're going, and we will return. Then we will have a definite answer.
Of course, and I just, like I said
Would
before,
I have
when we were
heard any of
talking,
that?
they're off to the side. She brought him far enough away to where you guys wouldn't be able to hear. And she says, if what you had said before is true about this death curse, I would say we make haste. So, if you can come with an answer soon enough.
Yes, if it was up to me, you'd be hired right now. But
She
You
kind
know.
of blushes. She goes, well, thank you. But, of course, gain the trust of your companions, and hopefully, eventually I can as well. And we shall make our way into the jungles. But please, go with your friends and find out more information if you can.
yes, we will. And we will speak to you soon. First,
Same
I need
with
to
you.
finish some braids.
Of course. And she heads upstairs to join in the creation of holy water with Orana.
While this is happening, I would have went and sit by Katie. I won't look her directly in the eye. I would just sit next to her and say, you know, I know what it's like not to be able to control this. I was
You
like
do?
this once. Yes.
How
My
do
power doesn't. I'm sorry. What?
No, continue.
Yes. As maybe you know or don't know, Aelin is also an arcanist, or so I saw. But he learned the arcane through practice and study. This is not how it works for my kind of people. We are born with it. It is in our veins, in our minds, in our soul, if you will. Just like you, I take it. And rarely it turns out to be a good omen when you first discover that you have those powers. It often reveals itself in a moment of, what can I say, urgency, emergency, or danger perhaps, fear, anger, nothing really good, I'd say.
Yeah, I can definitely relate. When you said your kind of people, what did you mean?
Oh, I am a witch deer, a sorceress if you will.
Ah,
My arcane powers are not learned. I am born with them. I cannot contain them, and I cannot delete them. I cannot be what so many call a normal person. But I ended up embracing it and learning it, controlling it. So, I know we don't know each other very much yet.
yeah.
And I know that maybe right now is not the best of time. But if eventually you'd like to talk to someone who's been through it all, maybe someone who could help you with it, just let me know. And I'll be here to help you.
Thank you.
I will nod my head and will stand up and go back to the others. I will look behind me a bit and say, it's not your fault, you know. People can never hold this against you. And if they do, well, show them what the wrath of nature really is. I will smirk and go back with the others.
And that's where we'll take our break.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so you guys
Oh,
take
that was so nice.
10 minutes.
Yeah.
I
Miguel.
rolled natural 1 on my temper check.
Yeah, so that was me saying, "Oh fuck." By the way, Miguel,
cool.
welcome to the great group, man. I'm so happy to have you, and I'll see you guys here in about 5-10 minutes. But I'm so happy to have you.
Yeah, me too. All right.
Yeah,
see you
awesome.
later. In a bit.
Welcome.
Thanks.
Oh, shit.
Nice.
I'll be right back.
Me too.
Oh, God. Yeah. Sorry about derailing everything.
It
No,
was amazing.
that was cool. That was
So
cool.
worth it.
Yeah. Oh man,
yeah.
I so wanna, I wanna insight Calambar right now.
What did
Yeah.
I do?
Yeah.
Go for
Where
it.
you went alone with Eku there.
Go
She
for
was
it.
blushing.
Do
Yeah,
it.
I wanna
Oh,
do
no,
that.
Do
not
it.
like, do we trust him kind of thing, but like, ooh.
Yeah, I wanna see what
Are
he's
they
thinking.
smooching kind of thing?
Yeah, I know Cal. I know what he's thinking. I
Give
just
me an
wanna be
inside
sure.
Give me an inside check and I'll whisper. Give me a whisper and I'll send you.
Alright,
Some
alright.
Maybe we all just want to smooch her.
Oh man, it's only a 11.
11.
Then you roll against his either persuasion or deception, depending on what you.
Yeah.
I'll go
And
for
don't
deception because it's
don't
fun.
tell us what it is, because then we
No,
know.
just whisper it. Just whisper it.
Don't tell if you're doing persuasion or deception, because then we know what
Yeah.
you're saying is a truth or lie. Oh yeah, I gotta go do.
Oh man, you guys. Why are we so slow?
For the fun. I need to check how long I can go. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
My patience is
Yeah, that's what happens when you have a lot of role players. People love to talk.
Yeah.
I mean, you just have to think about you have to think about this too. Is being that this is the only major city, like the only populated city at least, within all of Cholt. This is where most of the interactions, will be.
Yeah.
Most of the things that you guys will find after this are going to be puzzles and fights and just small conversations and interactions with different, beasts, animals, and people. So there's no more shopping montages. There's no preparing for combat. There's no trying to find guides. It's just go, go, go after this.
So I just talked to my wife. I'll give an update in a Facebook message, but I'm going to disappear after the break.
Okay.
It's just because it's getting late here, and she wants me to work up for a bit. Cal would like to. There were some offerings on getting dressed nice and getting face paint, so I will Cal will stay here and let the group go on ahead, and then I can pick up later.
Okay.
And if anyone wants to speak with me, then we can do that in some private messages.
All right. I'll do that.
And then I'll just.
Yep, no problem. So we'll just have you, hang out here while everybody makes their decisions, elsewhere and finds out other information. And
I want to be the
when they
prettiest
return,
boy in the group.
when they return here to decide, of course, to pick up the holy water and also decide, whether or not they want to pick up her as the guide, then we can pick you up on the way there.
Yes. And I'll inform Aylin as well, on whether she's willing to delay payment if necessary.
Okay.
Oh, okay, perfect, yeah.
But he'll have that info. And then, if everybody's here for now, I can wave goodbye. Wish you a good night in advance. Speak to you soon. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. So I'll make popcorn, and if it's too loud, tell me, and I'll save them for later.
You can just put your microphone on silent when you're not speaking.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no.
No, that would be too easy.
That would be work.
Oh yeah, the amount of work of pressing a button, it's hard. Well, I should know, I keep forgetting that I did do it, and then I just speak, and nobody hears me.
Oh, there's gonna be a fight about that goddamn dino race tomorrow.
Yeah, I don't think we should go.
Oh man.
It's every week.
Well, do you want to see Katie try and break free a lot of dinosaurs?
Yes.
Yeah, I kind of do.
Katie could also be a dinosaur.
Yes.
Well,
Katie could be a
yeah,
dinosaur and
Hey,
race.
do you want to? Hey, I couldn't find a stat on the Tyrannosaurus to the thingy magic. Could you send me a dinosaur like this? What's
The
it called?
Dinosaur stats?
Triceratops.
It's Triceratops.
Yeah,
Because
I can-
You
it
have
depends on the
Volo's guide?
CR.
I'll do that right now. No, they did not purchase Volo's guide, so they don't have the information that Volo's guide has.
Oh yeah.
I will let you know what you know about a Triceratops.
Yeah, well, I did ask it everything.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it'll tell you stuff, but it's not going to be like, my HP is this, my AC is this.
Yeah, sure. But I will know that as soon as I turn into it. And also just to know, like, what is the CR if I can actually turn into it yet.
Okay, so yeah, unfortunately, a Triceratops is a challenge rank 5.
Yeah, let's wait until I'm level... What? 15?
Yeah, 'cause it's a little bit better.
Whoa, your mic is doing the thing again, man.
Because it's my druid level divided by 3, I think.
It's on your paper somewhere. I can't remember.
Yeah,
but
I
I
don't
can show you a list of the animals or the dinosaurs that you can actually turn into, though.
Ooh, but I haven't seen them yet. Have I?
You've seen many throughout the districts while you're walking through.
Okay.
Let me see if you would have seen the ones that they are, though.
Also, I wrote down some animals. This is just, I don't know, maybe not for now, but the flying snake.
Yep.
That was cool. That I talked to last session,
The flying monkey.
and the flying monkey.
Mhm.
So many flying animals, which I can't turn into yet, but I don't know that. Can I turn into an animal, even if it's like even if it has like a flying function, and then just not be able to use the flying function, or can I not turn into an animal with like a fly speed or a swim
You cannot
speed?
turn into an animal with a fly speed.
Okay. Too bad.
We should maybe consider going back for Volo's guide or finding Volo to get that book if someone else has enough money for it,
Hmm.
because it would be really
Yeah.
useful.
Yeah, but it was a guide to monsters and not
Yes.
beasts, which is why I wasn't
Oh.
interested. But
Yes, but it
Well-
has the
It has
dinosaurs in it.
yeah, true. Yeah, divided by 3. Yeah. So if we play until level 15, I can turn into a Triceratops.
Sounds like a
And this
plan.
campaign
We'll
is
just do
to
random
level
tiny
11.
quests here in the city.
Oh, you
until
can
level
keep
15.
going with this if you just don't go to the end boss.
Yeah, that's true.
So, just so I know, do we run with XP or milestones?
Milestone.
Milestones.
Great, that's the best.
Yeah, I know.
I agree.
Which is why we're doing it.
Yay!
Miguel, where are you from?
I'm from Quebec, actually, Canada.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Hmm
But
So
you
it's
live in
probably early for you.
Yeah, it's like 5:30.
In the afternoon or in the morning?
Oh, in the afternoon. I'm not that early.
Oh, okay.
Where are you guys from? I've heard there was. You're all from Europe-ish.
yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
Me and Aya is from Denmark. Are from Denmark because we're 2 people.
Yeah, I'm from Belgium.
And I live in Germany, but I'm Dutch. And Geert-Jan, GJ and Cecilia, or Calambar and Cecilia are also Dutch.
Yes.
Great. So is English all your primary tongue?
No.
No, it isn't.
I think Jake is the only one that's.
A native English speaker.
Mono language? Yeah, that's me.
Yeah. I speak Danish. Well, that's my mother language, and then I speak English fluently, and I'm studying to become a German teacher. So
Oh, that's cool. So
And if you
yeah,
speak really slow
I-
German, I might understand you, but I won't say anything
Yeah,
back to you.
same here. Same here.
ja,
I,
sprechen Sie kein Deutsch? Warum nicht? Es ist ein sehr schönes Fach, ja.
I can understand a word in German, literally. I'm French primarily, so
No, yeah.
yeah.
So you can turn into a few dinosaurs. If you want to write these down just real quick,
Oh, yeah.
I'll tell you.
Dinosaur.
I'll tell you the names of them, and then all you have to do is type in 5e after that to find the stats. So
Okay.
the first one is which is the highest rating that you can turn into, which is a 1 at the moment, if I'm not mistaken. Is a Deinonychus, so it's DEINONYCHUS.
Oh, yeah.
which-
Yeah.
which
Maybe
basi-
it would be easier if you just sent me the list.
Well, it's not a
All
list. That's
names.
the thing. It's a
'Cause-
fucking huge page of stuff.
Because I did not know. It's just more that I understood half of those letters.
Okay.
Or maybe
Because
send me a screenshot.
the alphabet is said differently in every language, and my brain is a jumble of 3 languages.
I know
Like
the feeling. It is
Y
hard.
in English is the E in Danish, which is the you in German or something. I don't know. So it's just like, letters. I'm sorry. I will look up dinosaurs.
Yeah, no problem.
Well, you can see on the internet there's a list of all monsters by challenge rating and by type, so you can see any beasts of challenge rating 1 and lower.
Yeah, but I will figure this out later. This is not important right now. It's cool. It's cool.
All right, so let's get back into it. So let me
Sorry about that.
change my screens back to wherever they were. There we go. All right, so as you prepare yourselves again to one step out into the rain, another lightning strike kind of rumbles across the plain here. And you see that Kalimbar kind of takes Aelin to the side, and Kalimbar then walks over towards the face paint section and the hair section. In this time, Safi, your hair is now beautifully braided in a cross braid that kind of starts at 2 points, comes into a larger braid, and then goes down. And within the braid itself, you have wooden beads kind of placed at intervals. And at the very end, they place some dangling metal chains, and on the ends of the chains are small feathers.
So cool.
And that will be it for that. So you guys are able to leave now. Where would you like to go?
The temple with the grandfather.
Yeah,
Temple of
I believe
Savras.
we're going to
Okay, so you're going to this Temple of Savras.
Do we go past one of the 3 alleys with the poorer areas on the way?
No, unfortunately, it's actually right next to you. The Temple of Savras is.
Well, then,
Well, save some time.
Yeah. So I will take you guys over to Port Nyanzaru, just to get a heads up. Pay no attention to the numbers you see now on the board. I will actually just...
But we were at number 4, right?
You are at the very top right. So yes, number 4.
How do I remove the picture of
Yeah, I'm in the middle of the... Okay, good.
Don't worry about her.
Okay.
I truly didn't even see her until you said something. Okay, so now you guys are on the top right here, and the Temple of Savras is right here. So you kind of walk across the bridge and you approach the building, and as you approach the building, you notice that it is a dome-shaped building, but it's almost like an almond shape when you kind of approach it. And you walk inside. As you walk inside, you look around, and it's a very open temple, but the rain is beating across a glass ceiling. And you look up, and the glass ceiling has colorful stained glass, and it's in the shape of an almond, like I said before, and the outside is white, and there is a big round blue circle that fills the center, and when you look at it, you get the idea that this is some sort of like eye shape that they're trying to emulate. You walk inside, and you hear a commotion, actually, and when you hear this commotion, you look over and you see a group of these rough and tumble looking crew. You see black leather. You see some with swords on their sides, some with daggers across their belts, and you see a priest that they're talking to. And you see, of course, that there is one person addressing the priest, and he's like giving him like the knife hand. He's like yelling at him in his face, and he takes his hand and rips it away from the old man that he was speaking to. And he looks over at you guys as you enter the room, and he looks back at the old man. And he just goes, "Come on." And then he begins to leave, and the group follows him out of the building.
I like not so subtle, put my hand on the handle of my sword and just
as
stand
they
there and watch
as they
me
pass
all
by
the way
you,
out.
yeah, as they pass by you, they kind of like eye the group and just like sneer, and then just keep going.
I'll go and see the priest to who they talk to.
Okay. So you approach the priest, and he's an older gentleman, but he is wearing these bluish white robes, and he has a short white beard, and bald completely on top. And you approach him, and he kind of gives you a sigh of relief and says, "Oh, thank you. Those brutes had come over again, but I thank you for your assistance. Is there anything I can do for you?"
Well, two things. We are looking for someone they call the grandfather. Do you know who?
Hello. You have seemingly run into me.
Perfect. And secondly, what was that all about?
What was that all about? Is that what you said?
Yes.
Well, these brutes, they come in asking for things, asking for me to use my abilities to find someone they were looking for, but I had no idea what they were saying or who they were saying, talking about. I told them I could not help them, and they offered me rubies and gems, but I had no power over it, and I kept telling him no, but he seemed very upset and intent on finding out.
Do you believe you might be in danger?
No,
From those individuals?
I don't believe so. Savras will look over me in these things, and I have many people. I feel that I am quite necessary here in Port Nyanzaru to mess around with.
No. Perfect then. If everyone is safe, what a relief.
Who were they looking for? Yes.
Well,
As you all approach now.
yeah.
Who were they looking for?
Like, ooh.
They were looking for some man named Artis Simba. I'm not sure.
Does that name ring a bell?
No.
Okay.
This
good.
is the first time the name has been spoken.
It does for Walter, but not for Aiden.
Well,
Shut
then, shut up.
Wow.
That's what the priest says.
The meta gaming pigeon comes.
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm.
Like, nope. Nope.
It's a good one. I like that.
Yes, I don't know. They were just bullies. What can I do for you? You seem intent as you walked in.
Yes, we have some questions.
You've come to the right place. Savris has many answers.
Any true ones?
All of Savris'
Always
answers
good
are
to
true.
break
all over the place.
when you walk in the door.
Savris shows us the way. Do you know the way?
Well,
Do you know the
do I know who's that god is?
I
Have I heard?
couldn't not. I'm an idiot.
No,
I'm sorry.
You're right.
Carry on.
Do I know which god he's talking about?
He's talking about Savris.
Do I know?
Oh, are you talking about do you know the details of Savris?
Do I know it? Like, I have never played in the Forgotten Realms universe before, so this is like a new.
Yeah, sure.
thing.
Go ahead and roll a religion check.
Oh, okay.
He taught me to.
Okay, it's not bad. One sec. Religion. There 18.
18, yeah.
This is a good new die.
Okay. So, yeah, in your time kind of passing by, you did hear people talking, while you were on guard duty or something. You heard people talking about a deity named Savris. and you know that it is a deity of wizards, fortune tellers, diviners, and all those who unfailingly speak the truth, regardless of whether listeners want to hear it.
Okay. Yeah. Well, so he's definitely not gonna lie.
Or
You
is
can see, he like kind of like closes one eye when you say, you know, is it true? Is it all true or something? And he's just like, that's literally what my
It's just
God
because
is.
it is just because like he said many answers, and I'm like, yeah, I can also answer shit, and I don't, it definitely doesn't make it true.
Okay, there you go. So,
Yeah.
is there anything I could do for you?
Yes, it seems like we as a group have been. It almost feels like we've been brought together by fate, because we haven't known each other very long, but we seem to be in search of the same thing, ending the death curse, and we would really appreciate some insight into where we might start, if you could help us in any way.
What brings you here to the city?
Well, all we know is that
I
it
cannot- I
originates in
can't-
Chult.
Well, it
This
is
death.
originates with somebody called the Soulmonger.
Well, there's no way that the death curse has anything to do with Cholt.
Doesn't necessarily have anything to do with Chult, but this Soulmonger thing has is responsible for the death curse as much as we know, and they are probably currently in Chult.
There's no way. Savras would not allow this.
What do you know of this?
I know nothing of this. I've never even heard of it.
And if
Insight check.
Okay.
Never heard of the death curse?
well, it is a
Four.
another continent.
He doesn't know.
Can I
But-
can I
but
do
ha-
an insight check as well? Not I was going to ask even not
Yeah,
just
sure.
because he rolled
you'd
a
like.
4. Okay.
But how would
Oh, well, that's
Severus
not
allow
better.
anything if he only speaks the truth? Does he
I,
have
um,
any power?
What
Sorry.
was that? What did you roll?
Well, I rolled a 5, but my
Insight.
what's it called? No, I have the new thing, the eye for or the ear for deceit.
Oh.
So anything a 7 or lower, I can treat as an 8.
Okay.
So that makes it a 12.
Ah, very cool. So with a 12, you can see that he is in disbelief. In regards to, he feels like he needs to defend the right or defend the honor of his god, and his god basically wouldn't allow something like this to happen. It's an old man that is devout to the point of disbelief. He is no more knowledgeable in this than what you are speaking, but he is hard to convince otherwise.
Right.
I'll say to him, we don't mean to come into your temple and accuse you of things, and this isn't in any way meant as a disrespect to your god. It's just that all of the signs that we have independently received seem to be pointing in here, and it's not right, and it shouldn't be here. Which is why we would like to find out exactly what's going on and end it. Exactly because this land should be free of such things.
And I add, we
roll
want
a
to find.
persuasion check.
We want. I add, and we want to find out the truth behind all this.
Oh,
Roll a persuasion
right,
check with
right.
advantage.
I rolled. Okay.
You have advantage.
20.
Okay.
Thank you.
With a 20, he will shake his head, and he will say, "Well, if what you say is true, there is one person or one entity that will know all the truth. Let me consult my guides. And
I would just like to say to him that I'm very sorry to bring you this kind of news.
I hope it's not true. And he will ask everybody to just have a seat and allow him to consult his guides as he goes into a chamber. And as he opens the door, you can see that it is a solitary chamber kind of off to the side that is round, and in the center is a pedestal with a padded cushion where it kind of lifts up off the ground in front of it, where he kneels down and places his knees and he begins to pray. And as he does, go ahead.
While he prays near Safi, I'll just give her new braid a little tuck and say, "It's very pretty. Maybe you can help me do something similar at some point."
I'd like that. I tried to pay attention when Kalambar did mine.
Oh, Calamar did it?
Did you? Yeah, yeah. Well, he finished it. The ladies at the temple did most of the grunt work, you know.
They were rolling strength checks, so.
I suppose that is maybe part of his heaven heritage. I heard that their hairstyles were really great.
His hair is definitely shiny and things.
He has glorious hair, by the way.
Yeah.
Kalambar has
He does.
super glorious hair.
Yeah,
Okay,
Safi's
so
trying to talk about it but not make it weird. And
Well, sure.
so in this instance, you guys are all talking. You begin to hear a bit of like whispers and commotion from some of the acolytes that were walking around, and some of the people who were just kind of walking around the building, and they seem to be gathering around the room that Zatembe, grandfather, had walked into. And you see two of them like run into the room.
Shit. Did we accidentally kill him?
What? Why could we have killed him?
I don't know, he seemed old.
Old
Yeah,
people
but-
don't just die.
Straight up
Well-
has a fucking heart attack and
Well,
dies.
Bob
like
did.
half health.
Bob died.
Yeah,
All
that
humans
is
absolutely
true.
die.
That is true.
Okay, so what do you guys
Okay,
do?
And I would like
I'll
to
just-
stand up and go closer, not
Yeah.
crowded, but just so I can see what's going on. I can
Yeah,
probably
same
see over the heads of everybody.
I'll
Okay.
get closer too.
Okay, so you guys try to push your way through the crowd as about 4 or
No,
5 people
just
now are
staying
standing
out
in front of the
first.
door. Okay, well then you don't see anything. You just hear on the inside of the doorway.
Okay, I push my way through. Fuck
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, something's going on there.
Yeah, that's not good. I'm pretty sure.
So you enter the doorway into this room, and as you do, the ceiling itself again has just mural paintings of eyes, many eyes. Excuse me. And in the room are now 2 of the acolytes of Sabris are holding on to the arms of Grandfather Zatembe as he is basically like video game T-posing on the pedestal that he was kneeling on, and his arms are out, and the acolytes are holding his arms as you can see him shaking back and forth and as he struggles to kind of concentrate. And this goes on for a good like 10-15 seconds before and his body goes limp, and the acolytes catch him from falling and place him kind of on the ground, and he gathers his thoughts and places his hand down.
Grandfather, are you hurt?
No, I'm fine, please. And he just kind of waves the acolytes away, and they begin to kind of like disperse outside the door, but the 2 kind of stand right next to him. This curse. What you say is true. I had a vision. A jungle city, far to the south, enclosed by cliffs and crawling with snakes. A black obelisk draped in vines. My mind wavered. My deepest fears showed through. I couldn't take it any longer. I dare not peer any deeper. I urge you, if you are looking for this curse or the origin, seek out this city and the obelisk. And he's kind of he's sweating.
I say, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cause you any pain.
No, it's fine. Savris, he allowed me to see this. It was meant to be.
So a lost jungle city with a black obelisk.
Far south, surrounded by cliffs with a lot of snakes, is what I got.
That is quite useful.
Thank you very much for your help.
You're welcome. And he's now getting helped up by the two acolytes that are by his sides. And he kind of, one of the acolytes hands him a cane that he brought in, and he kind of leans on the cane. And he goes, that is all I know. I'm sorry I could not give you more information.
That is far more than we already had. So thank you
Yes.
so much.
Your knowledge that you gain from these visions, can you do them multiple times a day, or is this something you can only do once?
This is something of a gift from Savris. I can have visions only when he allows me to.
Okay. Now I'll reach down my pouch and I'll ask him, can you see if you can get a vision out of this? And I pull out my my artifact. I'll give it to him.
And he looks
Your
at it,
artifact.
Ooh.
and he looks and he says,
Elon
I
has
was to
artifacts.
look into this, possibly, but again, if Savris is not with me, then I shall not be able to see anything.
Anything you could muster will be more than I have right now.
Well, I can no longer do anything today. I've been weakened.
Very well. I'll take it back and I'll say perhaps tomorrow then.
Well, yeah.
Have I seen what it looks like?
What was that?
Have I seen what the artifact
What are we
looks
not gonna
Is that
stay?
what's
We
right
have to
next
go.
Hold on, guys. Calm down. All right. What did you say, Safi?
Have I seen what the artifact looks like, because I'm right next to him?
You would have seen it. But I believe that is one thing we have not been able to get to, or are you talking, is that the one thing we talked about?
It's the thing we talked about, but we haven't really done anything specific
Right,
about
yeah.
it yet.
So you guys would have seen it, and it was very ancient and Cholton looking. It was a type of stone that was shaped almost like a broken piece of something that had Cholton writing on it, but it was cut off. You could see the writing was like the end of one word and the start of another kind of imagery. And you saw the tip of what looks like. Let me see if I can show you without giving anything away here. So, 1 second. Oh, actually, I can just go back to the back of the book. You saw the carving in it looked somewhat like you could see like eyes, two round sockets in it.
Empty sockets.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, no, they're actually like protruded. So like there's carved out around it, and the eyes are left like on the surface, kind of thing. So they would be positive. And then the corner of what looks like a mouth with teeth.
Can I make a history check on that?
Say again.
Can I make a history or a con check on that? If I know what it is.
You can roll a history check, and also your mic is glitching out again.
Oh my god.
I know. I'm so sorry. It's
That's
Discord
fine.
is down, and this was the only option for the time being.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
All right, seriously.
Okay, I'll be back just a sec.
You didn't close the book, did you?
It's almost 11.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll
Okay.
end it here in just a second. Miguel, this is what you have attained out of that. Okay. All right, and as for everybody else, Father Satembe says, I need to rest, and he will kind of exit the area and head towards his chambers.
The
What
next
was
thing
next on the list?
to-do list is shopping. And I don't know if we should just do a
Shopping
this and
montage!
then pay, or you actually, is it beneficial for us to actually talk to vendors?
I will tell you, as of right now, I would suggest you guys do a montage of this.
Okay.
You guys spend the next hour or so selling goods and everything like that. So, and buying goods, as there's truly nothing pressing or important or anything like that with these vendors. While you're talking to them, you will get the idea, or you will get the sense that they are not overcharging you for any of these items, because of the way the city is built around mercantile and the merchants run the city. They are set to standard prices at any point in time, and if anybody is found to be selling items higher than what is the set standard, they could be punished in a way. They will accept a lower price if they are offered a trade of sorts, but other than that, it is normally just a straight up price. So let's just go down the line real quick and see if anybody wants to sell or buy any goods, and we will just knock it off the list of things to do, and we can end the session after this. We'll go down just what I have here. Katie, do you have anything you wish to buy or sell?
Well, I don't think I have anything I wish to sell, but I was going to see, because medium armor, does that get hot here? Like, is that an impairment?
I don't believe medium armor is an impairment.
I think it's
I believe
medium
it's-
and heavy.
It is medium and heavy? Okay, so yeah, medium is a slight impairment versus heavy armor, which is extremely.
Okay, so what would that do?
Weather, here we go. You get the sense that wearing this could cause you to be extremely exhausted.
Okay, then I want to trade my medium armor for some good light armor, because I'm proficient in that too.
Okay, what kind of armor did you have for medium?
One sec. Why does it not say that? Why did I write that down? I have an armor class of 14, so that would, and one that does not give a disadvantage to stealth checks, and one that's not made out of metal.
What's your
Doesn't
What's your dexterity modifier? Is it 2?
2, yeah. So it's
Okay.
a +2. Something.
So you're using hide armor or
Yeah.
studded leather, one of the two.
It's wait. What should the price?
Well, I think we agreed on hide armor, if I'm not
Yeah, I
mistaken.
think so too.
Okay, so you can sell the hide armor for 10 gold pieces, and you want to buy light armor?
Yeah.
Okay, so you do, and light armor is the same price, and you would be just losing 1 AC.
Okay. There's another light armor that would be the same AC, right?
There's padded armor,
Yeah.
which is the same AC, and it's 5 gold pieces, but you get disadvantage on stealth checks.
Well, never mind. Then I'll take the -1 to armor class because
So
I'm gonna be an animal anyway.
You can even trade the two. So no
Yeah.
gold missing, and you just take 1 to your AC down.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, next up is Bax.
I have a list.
No problem.
So I need to get rid of my chainmail
Yep.
and get some light armor instead. And if I could, that's not a disadvantage to stealth. That would be nice.
So did you want to give your chainmail away, or did you want to sell it?
The chainmail I will sell.
Okay, so here they will not offer you as much as you want for the chainmail because it's useless. Nobody's gonna want to wear
Yeah.
it. So they will buy it for half price at 25 gold pieces.
Chain.
And what else did you want to sell?
Nothing to sell. I would buy a light armor.
Okay, so
Even
light armor
maybe
again.
a studded leather.
Yep, studded leather. You can buy for 45 gold pieces.
Yeah, that sounds a lot though. Maybe I'll just stay with the leather.
Okay, leather is going to be 10 gold pieces.
I'll give you some money if you want to buy proper armor.
It's only 1 AC, and I don't think that's gonna.
Okay.
Yep, so 10 gold
Yeah.
pieces, and that will be 11 plus your dex. Okay, anything else?
Yeah, I would buy 2 extra water skins.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Everybody is traveling along with everybody else, by the way. Kind of just viewing each other's purchases and stuff. Okay, 2 water skins. Anything else?
Yes, I would like the odorless buck salve thing that has this 20-foot sphere for 24 hours.
Oh, the bug stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought we were gonna buy those things as a group.
Yeah,
so
when we left.
Because
Then I can just buy it for the group. I'll buy it for the group, and then we'll figure it out later.
good.
So everybody needs an extra water skin, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And how many are we? 7?
yeah.
So we need 7 water skins and
Well,
a hell of a lot of bug spray.
I
So you
already have 1 extra.
I have plain water skin for me. Yeah.
You already have an extra water skin.
I have like 5.
I don't have
You
any
have
water skins, but I can create water.
Yeah.
Oh,
But we need to store it somewhere.
Stick with 7, and then we'll go from there.
Okay, so that is 1 gold piece and 4 silver pieces
For all of them, or for 1?
for water skins for all of them.
1.
1 gold, 4 silver.
Mhm.
And then you wanted to buy the insect repellent?
Yeah.
Okay, so it is 1 gold piece, and it has 20 applications.
I'll take for 20 gold.
You'll buy 20 gold worth?
Yeah, right?
Yeah, we're gonna be away for a long
Because
time.
if it's gonna
right?
be 15 days to get there, and
Yeah.
then we'll probably
Okay.
that's only for the oracle.
So
we're probably
yeah, 20
gonna
gold,
need
and
to-
just note that every single one of them is 20 charges.
yeah.
Okay, cool. All right.
I got the small pouches earlier, and then we need supplies, food supplies.
Rations,
Okay.
I mean.
Rations.
I can also.
How-
Okay.
Yeah, You can do food.
No, yeah, I can prepare the good berry spell, I think. Well, that's not really nurturing, so it depends of how frugal we want to be.
It will give you your nourishment for the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, good berry is quite useful if you wanted to take
Yeah,
that.
it is.
How expensive is 1 day of rations?
5 silver pieces for 1 ration.
I'll
That's
throw
a
in.
lot.
I don't know.
We should also be able to find food, and also have the purified food
Yep.
and drink spell, and that's
I
a
do
ritual.
too.
So if we find food and it's poisonous, we can make it non-poisonous.
It's very
So
useful.
food for
How
how
does
much?
foraging work? Oh, sorry.
1 ration for 1 ration for 1 person is 5 silver pieces, and that feeds them for the day.
I'll go 10 gold. 10 gold for food, and then we'll divvy it out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So
What-
you
what do you
yeah,
call
10
re-
gold, you get 20 rations.
Yeah.
That should be enough.
Okay. Anything else?
And then I got the holy water. And then I would like to look for a canoe.
Oh yeah, canoe.
The canoe vendor will tell you that they do not sell to people who do not have a guide.
Okay, so
Oh.
we need Echo.
So we will
Yeah,
buy a
we'll
canoe
probably
when we
take
have.
Echo, right?
So,
Well,
will
we
you tell me-
should, but we don't. Would you go
Echo
with it?
Echo
Is-
said she would waive her fees, or let it be paid later on.
Yeah. I'm not talking about that. Does she know her way south? Or
Yeah,
is she a north
does.
person?
She knows her way to the Oracle, and
Yeah,
is
but
familiar
the
with the Olaf Chode.
Is
But do we
the
need to
Oracle-
go to the Oracle?
I
Now that we
would
know we
very
need
much
to go.
like to go to the Oracle, yes.
Yes, me too. I think the Oracle would be a good idea.
Well, it probably couldn't hurt. So okay, cool. Can we? Does she want to sell us a canoe if we say that we are gonna hire Ikus later today?
He says he needs a actual contract that has been it's like signed off by one of the 7 merchant princes.
Oh, okay.
Right. We'll
Will you
return
tell me
later
how
then.
much the canoe is?
Yeah, he'll tell you how much the canoe is. The canoe is $1 million. 1 second.
What does that
No,
include?
no canoes.
A canoe is 50 gold pieces. 50 gold pieces.
And how many people does one canoe
It holds up to 6 medium characters and has a maximum speed of 2 miles an hour.
So we
Oh,
need
so we'll need
2.
to.
No, wait. Echo might have one.
Echo might have one.
Let's talk to Echo
We will
about
talk
the
to her.
canoe situation.
Yeah, so
And
if
I
you're
don't
gonna
know
travel by the river like she had asked, it'll be 100 gold pieces.
Yeah.
So she does not have a canoe, is what I'm
Oh,
getting.
you don't know, but
Okay, yeah.
that would be the price if you were.
To
That's
buy
what
cheap.
the guy tells you.
Yeah. Okay.
And if it's still my part of the shopping thing, I would ask Safi to help me go to one of the poorer places in town, and because she speaks the local language a little bit, as far as I understand, and give my old clothes away to somebody who actually needs it.
Awesome. And in doing so, when you give your clothes away, you gain inspiration for the next game.
For the next game, thank you.
Yes.
Nice.
It would be sad for this game.
Yeah, you only get it for the
Now we
next
have-
2 minutes. Use it well. No, you'll have it for next game. Just remind me if I don't remember, but I should remember. Okay, so we will
I think
move
that was
on.
everything on my list.
Yeah, if you remember anything, just let me know, and we can deal with it post game.
Yeah.
So, Aylin, do you have any money to even buy stuff?
No.
Okay.
The only thing
Well,
I will do
He
is.
took my 15 gold, so you do have 15 gold.
Oh yeah, okay. The only
Just-
thing I will do is find a quiet place where I can sit myself down and resummon Larry back.
Awesome.
Oh
10
yeah,
gold
he died.
pieces.
I forgot again.
So 10 gold pieces, and that should be good to go. And you.
Yeah,
have
I
your
already
game.
have my supplies from that I bought. The
Oh, that's right.
insect
Yeah,
thing.
you're right.
Yeah,
You're
yeah, I
absolutely
already
right. So
got
yeah,
that.
just use the supplies.
And just need the time, yeah. And I'll resummon Larry.
All right, perfect. All right, and Safi?
Can I just go through my list and then you give me the prices and I see what I can afford?
Yes, perfect.
Okay, I would like rope.
All right, rope would be 1 gold piece for 50 feet worth, or no, that's all they would have. Yeah.
Okay. A mirror.
A mirror sells for 5 gold pieces as well.
Okay, and the rope was one gold.
Oh, I'm
right?
sorry. Yes, I said as well, but I meant sells for
Okay.
gold as well. Sorry.
Okay, arrows.
Arrows. There are many arrows you can buy. I mean, not many different kinds, but you can buy a ton if you'd like. But you will also know that if you want to buy special arrows, they will tell you that Akene Atha does have a special selection of ammunition if you are so interested.
That's probably going to be too expensive anyway.
Yeah. But yeah, you can buy arrows, and it is 1 gold piece for 20 ammunition.
20. Okay, and then the last thing, I'm asking this also on behalf of Cecilia because we had a little bit of a rogue chat.
Sure.
How much does a 10-foot pole go for?
That is the most random rogue chat thing I've ever heard.
10-foot pole, 5 copper pieces.
Oh wow! Okay, I can definitely afford that. Okay, does a 10-foot pole fit in a canoe?
It would fit in the canoe, but it would just kind of be uncomfortable for the ones that are on the ends because they would be, or like in the middle actually, because it would be stuck to the to the ends, and the ones in the middle would have to like sit next to a pole. Yeah, you can fit it in there.
Okay. Can you
Okay,
get
and
like
how big
a 2 5-foot poles that can like click together and make a 10-foot pole?
No, unfortunately not. But what you can
Okay.
I have
do
to
if you
commission
wanted
it and we
to,
have to have more time.
if you wanted to retrofit like just some like wooden handles that are all along the side of it, you could just place it on the sides of the canoe as well, if you like.
Oh yeah.
That sounds like a good idea.
You could always like tie it to the
Okay,
side or something like that.
Is it okay if I do some math and then send you a message with?
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
What I'm
we
going
don't
to
need to
buy.
waste everybody's time.
Yeah.
That's perfectly fine. Did you want to sell anything, or is that all?
I don't think I have anything to sell
Just
except
wondering.
useful stuff.
Okay. All right.
That's it.
And Velisra, do you have any specific things that you need to buy or sell?
Well, yes, you said that there was someone that was selling animals, right?
Yes.
So I was wondering, the little snake thing that flew off the inn, was that for sale?
There is one for sale.
Yeah, and I promised to free one of them. I forgot.
It was the monkey.
It was the monkey. I promised to try and free the monkey. So if you want to do the animal shop when we meet next time, that should be exciting.
It's up to you. If you want to roleplay that, we can. But the flying snake is available, but it is 250 gold pieces.
Oh my, okay, I don't have that. I don't have that at all. Is it in a cage or something?
I'm sorry?
Is it in a cage or something?
Yes,
Or
yeah, it's in a cage.
yeah.
It's actually, when you approach it, you might, if you go back and watch our last episode, it's in like a bird cage, actually, instead of like a snake's cage. And as you approach, it's just in a snake form, and it looks like a regular snake, but then after a little bit, you see the rain kind of drop on top of it, and it uses the wings to flutter some of the water away.
Okay, and yeah. All right. So that's going to be a no-no for now.
Mhm.
I'll come back to this later on. So that's it for me. I don't really have anything else to buy.
Okay. So during you guys' oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I'll just take 5 more rations.
I
So
just-
have them.
I looked at my inventory. I realized I actually have 10 days of rations and water skin.
Yeah.
I should have looked at this shit.
Yeah,
And
but
also
you
a 50
probably
feet
need
of
extra
rope
stuff.
if anybody needed that. I have 50 feet.
It's okay. It's always nice to have extra.
Yeah. Actually, can I use a shield?
You can use a shield, yes, but it cannot be made of metal.
Yeah. Okay. How does that work with spell casting and stuff?
The shield takes up one of your hands.
Okay. Can I buy shield then? Because that would be useful, probably.
Sure, I'll say you can. Why not? They will have very tribalistic looking shields that have Cholton-like kind of painting all over it. And can't remember how much a shield is. A shield is 10 gold pieces.
Yes, I can afford that. How much does that raise my AC with how much?
+2 to your AC with the shield.
Yes! Thank God.
DM question.
Yes,
How
ma'am.
does foraging work for people who aren't specifically said to be skilled in it?
So foraging is like anything else. First, you need to be in a place that is actually forageable. And second off, if you want to forage for something, you can absolutely do that. You would just be rolling a survival check to see if you find anything. And then you would be rolling a medicine check to see if it is edible and or poisonous kind of thing. And
Okay.
at that point.
We can negate the last point by me using the purifies food and water, right?
Right, exactly. If
Yeah.
you want, if you wanted to use a spell slot. Yeah.
Cool.
Or a
No,
spell.
it's a
I
ritual.
know it's a ritual, but yeah, if you have time to cast a ritual, or if you have the spell slot.
If we have time to forest, we have time to sit down for 10 minutes.
Yeah, as you're foraging and a group of Tyrannosauruses come rampaging towards you.
Then we probably shouldn't be foraging.
Yeah. So yeah, you can forage in the forest, but it is not like a guaranteed source of food at times.
Okay, got it.
But it does make a difference if you'd like to end up foraging. And then we'll also roll to see how much you can find. And that would be more along the lines of the survival check.
Okay. Awesome.
Okay, so as for the shopping details, it is completed. Just a final little bit here. As you guys are making your way around the markets, you notice that the streets, when you guys went to the older portions, the more poorer areas, are flooding up to nearly your shins, like right below your knee, in water. And the water is flowing through the gates of the city. And once they reach the gates of the city, they fall into almost not necessarily sewers, but sluiceways that are carved along the sides of the streets. And you notice that a lot of buildings around here have water wheels that are being powered by the rain. And the water wheels are powering different sections of the city in different ways. A lot of people, that's how they water their plants and stuff like that. They also use it to like move large objects that they've been prepared. But you notice that there is a waterworks, a way of waterworks here in the city that they have used the nearly daily rainfall as self benefits. And during that time, the rain begins to settle a little bit down to a drizzle instead of a flooding water. And the water begins to drain into the harbor itself, and it falls out in many different directions, creating cascading waterfalls into the actual harbor ward. You notice there is an exuberant amount of color in much of the water, as some fresh paint or things that have been made with washable paints are also being washed away and into the drainage areas. So there's plenty of color along with the water as well. And you guys finish up your shopping for the day, which would have taken you about 2 to 3 hours, leaving the time frame being about 4 o'clock in the afternoon to 5 o'clock in the evening. You guys make your way back to the Temple of Sune. You take a breath, you enter the door, and that's when we'll end our session.
All right, cool.
Cool. Thanks.
Yeah,
Woo!
good
What a
session.
great session,
It was
guys.
fun.
Welcome.
Yeah.
Yeah, welcome,
I don't-
Miguel.
I don't think Miguel
Thank
can
you.
roll any lower than a 20, so be prepared for that. That's awesome.
Yeah,
Hey, I just rolled a 5 earlier, and my charisma check wasn't so good.
So,
So, and my
yeah.
history check earlier was super trash. So.
Yeah, but you're still rolling better than most of
Yeah,
us. so-
okay, yeah, that works. Well,
Yeah.
50% of my rolls tonight were natural 20s, so that's...
yeah.
that's insane to say, man. That is so crazy to say. But yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed yourselves, and I hope Miguel, I hope you enjoyed yourself, especially
I really liked
being
it.
new to the
Yeah.
group. I personally think you did an amazing job role playing, and I'm super happy to have you here in the
Thanks.
group.
That's
So-
super nice to hear.
Yeah.
I'm glad to be with you guys and
Definitely.
wait for next session.
Awesome.